What is up, everybody? Hope you all are having a great Sunday. I'm just waiting for everything to come up here. There we go. Alrighty. So, just waiting for everybody to kind of trickle in here a moment. Sorry about that. Put out a notice here. And just invite link. Alrighty. And pop that down in the chat there. There we go. All right, so we got a link there in the chat for anybody who wants to call in if you want to do like live chat or whatnot. We have that available. And yeah, just going through and getting everything set up here, letting everybody kind of trickle in for a moment. As said, hope you all are having an amazing Sunday. Got a lot of things to cover, so it should be pretty fun and decent stream, if I say so myself. Yeah, I apologize for my complexion. We're dealing with some warmer days this time of out, so kind of yeah. Hey, Crypto Crazy, good to see you in the chat there, bud. How are you doing? Hey, Richard, welcome. Glad you guys can make it. And let's just collect this. Say I get shareable. We'll pop that down in Discord too. Oh yeah, that's one thing as well. I want to give our U.S. friends shout out there and a happy 4th of July to y'all. Hope you all are having a great Sunday. Hopefully lots of fireworks and stuff planned. Nice, good to hear, bud. Good to hear. yeah, lots of interesting stuff to talk about this week, especially to do with the blog posts. We got some things to cover. Also wanted to clarify some stuff to do with the Flare Finance announcement there last week. As I know my previous stream there, I was really excited, but I also had to do a bit more research into things as yeah, there was a bit more to that than I originally understood. So thankfully with thanks to Raf Kahneman there, if you're in the stream, sir, thank you very much. I'm actually going to bring that up here soon. And yeah, just kind of waiting for everybody to start coming in here. Hey, thank you. Happy 4th of July to you guys too. So yeah, so seems we got a few people in the stream here. So let me just jump over and I'm going to share my screen here. And we are going to go here. All right, perfect. So we're just going to share that little bitty right there. All right, perfect. So yeah, first thing without ado, I did want to mention the Flare announcement as per last week there. So there seemed to be a little bit of confusion as to whether Casino Coin was on Flare Networks or Flare Finance. So the thing to clarify there is it's Flare Finance, which is still an awesome thing. It does allow a few options there to do with staking and stuff. And just to actually kind of highlight that here via Raf Kahneman's tweet. If you're not following him, definitely a good follow. He's a great community member for both the XRP and CSC community as well. Mostly he does provide XRP content, but you know, he does have some CSC stuff here and there as well. So if you're not following Raf Kahneman, definitely give him a shout there or give him a follow. So just to bring kind of highlight here is comparing that, yeah, they are not the same. So basically with Flare, Flare Networks is a smart contract platform, whereas Flare Finance is, well, a decentralized finance platform. So there's a little bit of difference there between F assets, which is what we'll see like XRP, XLM, Doge, LTC, those would be F assets. Casino Coin is listed or going to be listed as a Y asset. So basically they're custodial assets. They're wrapped in order to bring them onto the network for Flare Finance there. So there's quite a few Y assets like Algo, ADA, XDC, PAC, Gala, CSC. And so, yeah, there's quite a few there. So all it is for the most part is like Flare network provides basically smart contract capabilities for assets and so forth that don't natively have it built in. Now, XRP arguably has smart contracts utilizing the hooks feature, but that's something else to discuss for another day there. But when it comes to Flare Finance and the integration for CSC, that does bring quite a few opportunities to do with staking and governance and voting. So you'll be able to, I do believe, vote using the wrap CSC. I do believe, don't quote me on that. I do need to take a bit more research into that as well. But either way, as I was mentioning, the integration with Flare Finance is still top notch in my opinion. So it's one stepping stone at a time. And that's not to say that CSC doesn't become an F asset down the road, but that's just speculation at this point. We'd have to wait and see what happens with that. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that there because there did seem to be a little bit of confusion as to what was going on with the integration with Flare, whether it was Flare Networks or Flare Finance. So just wanted to clear that up for folks that it would be Flare Finance. So the finance does offer like yield options, staking, and so forth. So still, I have zero complaints. Hey, thank Nixter. Yes, Casino Coin, CSC is a great token on the XRPL. Yeah, well, definitely. OZ Global. If I had more fiat right now, it would definitely be going into CSE. As I mentioned in my last stream last Saturday there, as of the moment, I am actually all in CSE, like 99.9, I would say 99.9% plus of my portfolio currently is in CSE. For me, I'm taking that risk, that gamble. I'm not suggesting other people do so. If like you got to weigh your own risks and options there. But with that being said, I crunched some numbers, and for me, it made more sense to just kind of go with CSC because like I see some of the accounts there, like I know Robert or yeah, Berto or Rob Art there. Shout out to him as well. CSC or sorry, XRP, if it were to say reach the high point of his price predictions there of like $7 to $13, say XRP hits $13, that's about give or take about a 20x. Whereas Casino Coin to 20x from here is not even 9 cents. So like I'm not making a prediction. I'm not saying that CSE will reach 9 or 10 cents or whatever the case. That just saying that in a multiplier effect of basically 20x for XRP versus a 20x for CSE, I think it would be easier for CSE to reach those levels. And yeah, we've been seeing some predictions from community members, which are a little more than, 10 cents. So, that's something to keep in mind is weighing risk metrics, so to speak, and making sure that you play within your bounds, within your means, never invest more than you're willing to lose and so forth. You guys know the spiel. Myself, I'm willing to take the gamble here. So I see chat's lighting up here a moment. So I just want to bring here. Hey, no worries, T-Boon. Thanks for showing up. And yeah. And Crypto Foe, welcome to the chat. Yeah. So does the team at CSE do something to be listed on? I'm going to assume that's TradeView. Yeah, okay, yeah, TradeView. So the thing with TradeView is they tap into exchanges that they have partnerships with. So for CSE to be available on TradingView, we would need to get listed on an exchange that is tied into their platform there. So that's all that is. And that was one thing I was going to discuss is as per the recent blog here, we'll see, there we go. So there was a discussion here in actually the most recent blog here is that not like we've been hearing talks of a top 15 exchange, but what we also see in the blog here is that there's also 2 more exchanges that are imminent, which I'm assuming would one be the top tier or the top 15 exchange and another one on top of that I don't think we've have even an idea of what that would be. Well, we don't even know what the top 15 is as of yet until that announcement comes. But like, yeah, with 2 more exchanges imminently lined up, it could be that one of those exchanges are tied into the TradingView platform, in which case, if that is the case, we'll see CSE on TradingView. But that's really what it comes down to is having a exchange that is tied into TradingView there or has that integration. Yes, Cryptic. And again, yeah, lower circulating supply can really help with the price, as we see with staking with PowerPiggy. Over the course of the bit, there's going to be about 10 billion casino coin locked up, which is like if the circulating supply is 40 billion, that's 25% of the supply that's locked up, which could result in, increased price as there's less supply, more demand, as we're starting to see Twitter starting to light up a flurry of people kind of talking about casino coin. We've seen even Digital Asset by mentioning that he just ended up picking up some CSE because, well, he was getting hit up by Not So Skinny, I believe the username was. So yeah, like there's a lot of interest, a lot of things happening, and pretty soon we'll also have the launch of the CSC lobby coming out. And so that was another thing here that we're seeing is that, you know, very soon, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of the previous blogs led hints toward it being Tuesday. So in like 2 or 3 days here, we might potentially even be seeing the CSC lobby going or being announced. I would hope that, like, you know, it ends up being announced being live. That would be epic in my opinion, because as I mentioned further up here, there's 2 casinos ready to launch right out of the gate, which is going to be awesome there. So there's definitely, like, as soon as CSC lobby launches and we have those 2 casinos live, we are live with utility. There will be people playing. I will be playing. Like, I've got a stack of CSC lined up that I'm more than willing to let it go way to the winds, playing these slots, and you know, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm excited because this is going to be live utility. This is going to be use case in action. This is the precedent, the proof of concept that will line everything up and have that cascading effect. Because once we have 1 or 2 casinos showcasing that and show that proof of concept, other casinos, what the online casinos or whatnot, would be more inclined to be like, oh, hey, yo, this is pretty cool. We're going to get on board with that. Hey, how do we integrate? Hey, Casino Coin, get a hold of us. Or, you know, we'll get a hold of Casino Coin, whatever, however. Either way, it's a snowball effect. And we've seen that even in the way Ripple talks and whatnot, talking about the flywheel effect. And that's the same thing here, is like, it's slow to get things going. We got to build that momentum. But as soon as we have partners live showcasing that, and then more partners come on and more operators start integrating, that it just creates a snowball effect, and it just starts getting faster and faster, and more operators on board and more utility. That means we're also bringing more utility and transactions to the XRPL, boosting XRP. So it's a whole net gain effect that everybody benefits on the XRPL. Like, it's dude, I am excited for what is coming. Like, I am so excited. There's so much. It's great. And yeah, so Rubber, I really like the community of this coin. It's clear. All right, so Roberta Bobson. I really like the community of this coin. Me too. It is an amazing community, and it's pretty clear there's legitimacy to this. Agreed. Like, it's taken a little bit to kind of get the ball rolling, but you know, we're starting to see that things are starting to take off. It's just a matter of time and patience, and I think it's, honestly, as I keep saying, it's like a snowball effect or that flywheel effect. Slow to get going, but once we start getting going, there's not going to be any stopping it. So with that being said, there are concerns about USDT going down Tether. How could CSC insulate itself from that? I don't think that's going to affect CSC. Like, CSC will still have a US dollar value, whether it's USDT, USDC, or just against USD. Because if you hop on the DEX, or the decentralized exchange, either through GateHub or Bitstamp, they trade USD, not USDT, not USDC. They trade USD across the DEX. So they have a tokenized or a wrapped version of the USD to trade against on the DEX. So whether or not Tether does its thing, I'm not worried. You know, if it does happen, it'll affect the whole crypto space, not just CSC. And even then, it will still have its correlation. Honestly, like, I'm seeing a coupling of CSC closer to XRP than BTC. Like, even the trading volume on the BTC pair on Bitrue is negligible. Like, it's here. Let me just see. Like, And pull that up on the casino coin info here, and you can see, yeah, here we go. There's been what, on average about 2 BTC, or like 17 million casino coin traded against BTC. Meanwhile, like, look at that, against UD or USDT, here's 320 million CSC traded. And I think, yeah, this is the 24-hour total. So like even against XRP, there's still 165,000 compared to 165 million, my bad, versus the 17 million here. So the coupling is more, in my opinion, against like USD and XRP, which again, those are traded on the DEX, and the DEX supports USD, not Tether. So if Tether does its thing, it kind of does its thing, you know what I mean? Not much we can really do, but it'll probably affect the whole crypto space, not just CSC. So I think they're in a pretty good place to kind of mitigate against that. Oh, okay. So there we go. In chat, we have a message from actually Casino Coin themselves. So back office, which is for the operators, will be released this Tuesday. The Xrp for users like us is going to be revealed next Tuesday. So we'll see that here we have, okay, so this Tuesday coming up the 6th is a reveal of the back office for the operators and the integration like for them. And then, yeah, Tuesday the 13th is when we'll see the announcement for the Xrp, the Casino Coin lobby that us users will be able to use. And so, yeah, we still got a little bit of time, but hey, man, like I am no less excited. That is awesome. And thank you for dropping in, CSC team. I appreciate it. That's great. Cryptic, hey Code, I know this is a little off topic from CSC. No worries, no worries. I saw a diagram of XLM being used as part of ISO 20022. When I research off Wikipedia, XLM isn't mentioned, only algo. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I do remember the image that you're talking about. It's got shared in Discord a few times there. Now, XLM, I do believe they are part of ISO 20022. Let me just double check that. You can actually check that. There is a website called ISO20022.org. And this brings in a lot of information. They even have here, I'll pull it over onto my other screen here. There we go. So they even have a ISO 20022 for dummies here. So like, you know, I know not all of us are the most technically savvy, so to speak. So, you know, here's an option there. But there is a whole repository of information, development, and so forth that is available here, along with like frequently asked questions. So this might be a place to check into your query there, Cryptic. So there's a lot of information available here. I'm not sure if it touches on the overview or the topology of the network, like the image that you're discussing, but something that you can take a look at there for sure. That might be something to answer your question. I apologize, I don't have a better answer for that. But yeah, definitely something to look into there. But yeah, so just taking a look here at the chat. So yes, Richard, I do too. I think it'd be great to sit down at a digital table all together, just be able to play a couple rounds of poker or whatnot, even shoot each other a couple tips, not shoot each other. Please don't do that. But yeah, definitely like sitting there at the table and even be able to, that would be awesome. Being able to tip the dealer using the tip bot, that would be pretty cool. We need to get a hold of Flying Fox and get that figured out. That could be pretty cool. Anyways, side note, got a little distracted there. Yeah, that too, Reginald. We've also seen Exodus there coming up in chat, and seeing Daniel at Exodus IO. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, as we see here, like we're getting interest from Exodus, which would be pretty cool to see a integration there, because I know a lot of users have actually been waiting for Exodus in order to even like take a look at potentially investing, because a lot of people see legitimacy with Exodus Wallet. If CSC is available on there, they're like, okay, so this is a bit more legitimate. I'll look into investing. So yeah, if we can get Exodus up and going, like if they're in the stream, like, hey, you guys are awesome, please, like, get that integration on the go. That would be pretty dope to see. So yeah, definitely Exodus. I would love to see that myself. So let's definitely push towards that as well. So yeah, wonder if there are any plans for institutional custody plans for the operators to hold CSE. That's actually a very good question, John Stevens. That might be very well taken care of as part of the back office thing that was just mentioned by Casino Coin in chat there. So, and yeah, there they go, dropping down a dab. But yeah, so yeah, it could very well be taking care of the in the back office there. That would be pretty cool to see. So yeah, and Casino Coin is going to $1, right? Well, I don't know. Let's focus on getting a 1 cent first and holding that, and then let's go from there. I've mentioned time and time again, I don't do price predictions because I do not believe in setting expectations, because if someone turns around, bets house and home, and then loses it all off, I'm going to feel like a slime ball over that. So please, I don't do price predictions. I appreciate it, but yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I hope you understand. Yeah, not a problem. And not a problem, Cryptic. Glad I could point you in the right direction there. And yeah, there definitely is a push to improve awareness online there. We are seeing a huge boost in the community. There's a lot more people joining. We're even seeing a huge increase in wallets, like as 100 or more wallets being activated in a day. It's very encouraging. Like that's awesome to see. And oh, okay. So for want a better expression, what 3 things would you recommend highlighting when promoting it to try to attract crypto centrists? It's a very good question, because like a lot of it kind of comes down to the chicken and the egg deal. One thing is like, a lot of people in the crypto space are like, well, show me the utility. And well, I understand, and it's a little hard to do because we don't have the CSE lobby yet. I think once the CSE lobby launches and people are able to play and show utility and that use case active and live, that's going to blow the top off everything. And I think that's going to be like almost like the catalyst of catalysts there, because that is utility. There's no denying it. That is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how better to say that. But yeah, definitely is. One thing is bringing awareness. The other thing, yeah, is being able to prove that utility and show that use case off. And the other thing, yeah, I guess would say doing a bit of research and figuring out how it's planned for or how Casino Coin benefits the space. And that is, as Daniel and Quadrox have mentioned, like that's having a pool of KYC players able to be standing by ready to play. You also have Casino Coin being able to set up and offer bonus structures, as Daniel's mentioned. So by utilizing the XApp, Casino Coins or online operators will have basically be able to provide a bonus structure that may even be better than other bonus structures that they've offered, like whether it's a casino saying offering a 10% rate back, or deposit bonuses, or things like that. Like, there's a number of aspects that could prove beneficial that we don't see with other coins. Everyone's like, oh, why not just use XRP? Okay, no, and yeah, XRP would work. Not denying it. You can deposit XRP on some casinos, but do they have casino coin backing them? Do they have those bonus structures that are being built out? Do they have, like, if there's an issue with a casino, like, is anybody at Ripple going to help you resolve your problem? No. See, there's the other aspect is, like, if there's a problem with the casino, people could potentially contact Casino Coin, and they act as a mediator between the operator and the user to try to get the issue between them figured out and resolved, like whether it be a malfunction play that didn't pay out or whatever the case there. There's a number of benefits that do come with Casino Coin, and that's, I think, what a lot of people fail to see is those benefits, because they're just like, well, you can just use another coin. Yeah, you're absolutely right, they can. But what benefits are they getting from Casino Coin that they don't get from those other coins is a lot more, and a lot more beneficial. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind there. Those are some things that you could bring up and discuss, because yeah, those are selling points, is like the bonus structures, the pooled of pre-KYC players ready to go. Like, there's a lot of benefits that Casino Coin and even the token offer because of the team that's behind them. Like, shout out to Daniel, Matt, and like everybody. Like, they're doing an amazing job, and I can't argue. The progress in the last few months has been astounding, and I am excited for the future of Casino Coin and what it's going to bring. So, as I've said in a couple tweets, I can't wait for the day that I walk into my local casino and I see that slot machine with a little sticker that says powered by Casino Coin. I see that, I'm just going to be, yep. Anyways. So yeah, John, I assume that the back office will be visible to everybody, not just operators, so we could see how it works. That I'm not sure. That could be something that's discussed and highlighted in the blog coming up. We'll have to wait and see. So with that being said, definitely stay tuned for Tuesday's blog, because like even discussions of the back office, I think that's going to be quite extraordinary, because like being like, if they provide insight on how that works or how the integration operates and things like that, that's going to be not like, we don't see that level of transparency. So like that would be pretty cool if we kind of get a look into kind of how that all works, which I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Like I know, I believe it's Jack writing this blog. So while we've been blessed with JC's eloquent wording and the way he puts things together in such a flowing manner is just like, I love JC's writing. And actually, that's one thing I wanted to mention is if you go through, we actually have, I just went through, and JC now has his own GIF here. So if you type in JC, or if you actually go in and say JC Collins, it's messing up on me here, just a moment. There we go. Now it'll bring it up to the top for you. So yeah, JC's got his own GIF now. So shout out to Higher Manas there. And yeah, now you got your own GIF in the Giphy links there, available via Tenor. So on that note, I did want to mention that I've actually been uploading the GIFs that I've been creating to Tenor. So if you go in through and search Casino Coin, you'll see, so this is the one that Xrpinator ended up posting up. If you're not following Xrpinator, definitely do so. He's a great XRP community member. He's also part of the CSC community. And he worked with Johnny Lawrence, I do believe, to get this GIF posted up here. So he's got that posted up in Tenor. Now, I know you've all been seeing me using this GIF everywhere. It is now available. All you got to do is type in Casino Coin, and we've got a few there. I've even got the Kramer uphold GIF. I've got the ring spinning. I got the token spinning. So now as I'm creating GIFs and I get them available, I'll be posting them up into a Tenor account that I created so that hopefully we can get rid of a lot of this junk here and actually see some CSC GIF content, so that if we type in Casino Coin or CSC, we have that stuff available. You know what I mean? So yeah, and those are also trying to get them using tags. You can also get them through, like, I think I've tagged a couple of them as CSC Nation. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there you go. So what I'll do is I'll actually start tagging a lot of them as CSC Nation as well. So is this way, if we do CSC Nation, it'll just be all our GIFs. So that'll be something to take into account and watch for there as well. So as I develop more GIFs and get them posted up in a Tenor, I'll make sure to add them here as well. So yeah, that way we as a community will have a whole set of GIFs to play with going forward. And with that being said, if you do have CSE videos or GIFs or anything and you want them posted up, send them my way. My DMs are open on Discord and on Twitter. So if you want to send me content and you want it posted up and available, I'll review it. And as long as it's, you know, not cringe, we'll get it posted up there for you. Okay. So yeah, I've got a Tenor account created. If you want to create your own, that's cool too. Just saying that if you want to send it to me, I'll go through and get it posted for you as well. So there's an option too. And yeah, I would love to expand the CSE GIFs that are available. Like, I'm not sure if anybody in the community is like exceptional at making videos or GIFs, but there's one that I've been wanting to see. And let's see, where is it? This one here. So I'm not sure if anybody is really good at GIFs, like beyond better than me, because I can't do it. This is beyond my capabilities. But see how it starts with one brick stacking and it turns into a bunch and kind of loops? What I would love to see if anybody can do it is like poker chips that end up stacking and create like the word Casino Coin, which then turns into a bigger chip. And then that bigger chip cycles through and it just creates a whole loop. If anybody can do that, I will give you a 10,000 CSC tip. Let me know. So yeah, I'm just gonna check back with the comments here. So yeah, the Spark token via Crypto Beast News. The Spark token gives you a governance vote, and there is a lot that goes into being able to vote using governance flare now. Okay. Yes, that's correct. It CSC will be the Y asset there. So you'll be able to delegate. Okay, perfect. All right, good to know, bud. So just going through here. Yes, thanks, Swish. Smash up that like button if you're, you know, you're learning something new or you like kind of the content that I'm providing here. Go ahead and give that like a smash. Let others know on Twitter that the stream is live. Would love to see some more engagement as well. Where is it here? If I go participants, invite, copy invite link, there we go. So in the chat there, I just linked a link to the stream here. If you want to join and engage in the conversation, feel free to, and well, you will need Zoom meetings, but feel free to jump in and yeah, we can discuss things and kind of go from there and like, you know, have it like a live talk show even. But yeah, links in the chat if you feel free or if you feel like you want to join. If not, I understand. You don't have to have video. We can just use audio. That's cool too. But yeah, so Yeah, Switch Styles. CasinoCoin.info is an amazing site. It was built by our community member Flying Fox. Um, yeah, and definitely, like, if you're in Discord, send him a tip. Like, I mean, he deserves it. Like, I can't tip him enough. I keep trying here and there, and like I'll send him a bit, and he deserves it. The work that he's put in on the website, he's also the one that built the tip bot and got that up and going. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, he's working on bringing the tip bot over to Twitter as well. So is that way, like, pretty soon, I think we're going to end up seeing the XRP community even utilizing the tip bot again. And many of them might not even realize that it's based off, our CSC tip bot you know, so that'll be awesome. And if it's done the way that I think it is, even Twitter, you'll be able to tip both XRP, CSC, USD, GBP. Like, there's a lot of stuff. So we've actually got T-Boon joining the call here. So I'll let him in here. He's just joining. And so if any of you haven't noted or haven't seen him, T-Boon, or Tyler here, he's on Twitter under T-Boon_8. Give him a follow. He's the one that's doing up all the casino coin token, like the keychains, the rings, and things like that. So yeah, awesome. How you doing, Tyler? Oh, I'm not getting audio here. I think he's still connecting. Or haven't seen him. There we go. Tyler here. He's on Twitter under T-Boon_8. Give him a follow. He's the one that's doing up all the right. So token, like the key. I want to mute me there, Tyler. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Awesome. How are you doing, Tyler?
Sorry, hang on just a sec. I think I have the YouTube going at the same time, so that's probably why you have reverb going. I think that should be better.
Oh, yeah. Yep, there you go. Nice. How are you doing, bud?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, this is exciting. It's exciting to be here, and I feel like we're on the precipice of something pretty huge.
Yeah, likewise.
Not just casino coin, but crypto in general. And it's just like, we missed out kind of on the internet boom back in the day. We were probably, I think you and I are probably around the same age. We were kids back then, yeah. Really young. But now it's like, there's something happening right now, and we're so early. And it's just exciting to kind of get started and jump in there and do something with it, So
well, that's exactly it. And this is an opportunity to basically get in on the ground floor building and developing things. And like, even yourself, you've got, your merch that you're starting to get put out there, which is like awesome, man. Like, I've seen some of the work, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait. Like, I keep checking the mail every day. I'm like, is it here?
Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah. It's fun. Like, waiting for the mail is the worst part for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things like I went to school to be an engineer. And so like, I've kind of just always made stuff and like learned how to do that from a while back. And it just kind of like, I was like, how can I use the skill set I have to kind of like promote crypto and kind of help people like get into it and maybe like offer something of value that could help this project appear to be even more legitimate to others that are looking in potentially. Cause it's like, obviously with casino coin, I feel like we're really, really early here. Obviously, I mean, it's like, we're here, we're super active, we're all excited, we know what's coming, and we just want other people to know about it. And so, if they see like titanium stuff that's laser cut or whatever, it's like, whoa, where did that come from? So hopefully it's adding some legitimacy. And I'm just excited. So I'm glad people are liking it so far and like posting about it, making GIFs and stuff. So,
yeah. Well, that's it. And yeah, I'm glad you saw, like, I got the 2 GIFs there of the ring and the token spin. And like,
yeah, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. So they're tagged. Cool.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for joining. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably hop off in like 15 minutes or so, but yeah.
I understand. I've lately had to kind of work the streams around my girlfriend's work schedule, so I get it. There's like sometimes, and yeah, I know my little man, Actually, I need to wake him up. He's been sleeping too long, but
Yep.
yeah. No, I understand. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Like, awesome.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thanks for everything you're doing. Like, I see, like, yeah, definitely. Once when moon, I'll definitely be buying one of those rings.
For sure. Yeah, and I think also we're going to be offering up a like a women's version, because right now the men's, or the ring that we have right now is a little bit wide. And my girlfriend was actually talking about how she wanted one, but it's like too big for her. Like she wouldn't wear it.
Yeah.
So we could easily scale it down just a little bit and have just one kind of fork instead of the two. And so we'll have like a his and hers collection. And then of course, after this, like I definitely want to branch out into other cryptos. I think XRP is going to be next. I felt like starting with Casino Coin would probably be like the best move, just because like it's a small but passionate audience. Like I wanted to be able to kind of like not overwhelm myself like too much at the beginning, like make something and be able to fulfill the orders, not sacrifice quality at all, just like get it out there, get people talking about it, establish a little bit of like credibility, maybe get some reviews on the site, and then branch out to the bigger things. And it would be awesome to get someone like Digital Asset Investor or Digital Perspectives. Like I keep trying to like reach them. I don't know if anybody knows them or like can get to them, but Digital Perspectives liked one of my comments, so it's like we're getting there. But like if one of them, I mean, holy crap, if one of them got a ring or even a pendant or anything and just talked about it for like 2 seconds, that would be amazing.
Well, that's exactly it. I was thinking the same thing. Like I was seeing your comment, I'd give it a like and a retweet any chance I get. It's like, yeah, if they end up seeing that and like, even discuss it on one of their streams, it's like, they have a wide audience like me. I've got a couple hundred subscribers or whatnot, which, I'm not here for a following. Like it's great that people follow me and I appreciate it.
Right.
But like my whole aspect behind all of this is just mostly education and awareness.
For sure.
So
yeah, like, that's kind of sort of what I like, because I've been watching cryptocurrency from the sidelines since probably 2017 is when I first really, because that was the crazy euphoric bull run, parabolic. It was like I had never seen anything like it. I was in college, I was, with my roommates, and we were like, what is this Bitcoin thing? This is crazy. Like it's $20,000. Like, oh my God, it was $1,000 a month ago. What is happening? And so, yeah, we just kind of like threw $20 in at the time, like didn't really know what we were doing. And it's like, oh man, I made $100. This is amazing. But, and then I just kind of watched it from the sidelines for a while. And I had, a business partner tell me about XRP like a year ago, with the startup I was doing with friends at Tech. And like, if it wasn't for that, I felt like I probably wouldn't have even known about it, or maybe I would have, but not till, post 20 cent entry point.
Fair enough.
And so like I did the research, I kind of dove deep into the rabbit hole, figured out, okay, like this has some legs. There's a reason the media is not talking about this. Like, this is crazy. And so then of course that led me to this later. Like it wasn't until probably, I heard about Casino Coin a while ago, but it wasn't really something that I thought was legitimate until probably like a month and a half ago, when I started to really kind of look into it again. And I was like, holy crap, like this, I feel like these guys are actually making some real moves here and making progress. And like, I would love to support, and get involved. And so it's like I loaded up on it, and, it's like, now it's in my best interest to help the project out. It's like, whatever.
Once you have a vested interest in it, it's like,
it's a totally different.
You want to get involved. You want to help it succeed. And that's exactly it. That's like, I was in the same boat as you. Like I joined the community back a couple of years back, 2018 there. Like at first I was just lurking and whatnot, but then after a while I kind of started chatting with like Mass Adoption and like Holy Kicks or CSC Cookie Monster. I'm not sure if you're around for him. Unfortunately, he's not with us on social media anymore due to some life things. But like that was the thing, is like I wanted to get involved. I wanted to help. So we actually started the Casino Coin Media Group with a group of us there. And so that started to take off, but then we ended up getting the news of kind of everything that had happened and kind of, you know, so there was that point where it was like, you know, a little discouraged, but I kept buying because I'm a degenerate.
Right. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to. It's like you do the opposite of what the herd is doing, and then you end up long term. It's like that, whatever that story was that caused all that crazy, you know, sell off pressure, it ended up, it's like a blip in the radar in the long term, you know. Like I remember when like the lawsuit first came out against Ripple, like everyone that I knew thought I was a complete idiot for buying more. Like the day of, I was like, I read the, you know, the actual briefing or whatever, and I was like, this is total bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it just, they don't have an argument. Like, I'm buying more of it. And they're like, okay, if you want to lose all your money, I'm like, we'll see. You know?
Well, that's exactly.
Yeah. Look at where we are. So it's pretty cool. And I feel like too, you know, that so many things are going to change in this world. Like, obviously, I mean, not to get too deep, but like, I just feel like we have, you know, a financial system that is collapsing. And, you know, it has been for, well, I mean, when you have a financial system that's kind of built on this idea of fiat currency printed out of thin air, like there's only so long that a system like that can collapse before you start to, or can go before you start to see hyperinflation and all these negative consequences of just printing. And so now we have kind of this answer. Right. So now we have this answer, you know, and it's like the perfect rollout of this new system that's going to replace the old one. And like, we are here before it happened, before the news came out that, oh, everything crashed, everything collapsed, we need a solution. It's like, here it is. It's been designed for this purpose, and it probably has been in the works for 2 decades now. You know, it's like everybody in the US who thinks that we're so far behind China and the rest, it's like, no, like this is a national security issue that we're talking about here. Like, we have the world reserve currency status. There's no way we haven't been planning for this, knowing like exactly what's about to happen. So we're just kind of sitting here like waiting for it to happen, and it's probably not going to look pretty, but in the aftermath, I feel like we're going to have, it's going to be really hard to even remember what it was like before this happened. You know, everything's going to be so much easier and like seamless, and it's going to be really interesting. And, you know, hopefully we don't live in a dystopian world, but like, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of different directions the future could go, but like, I'm optimistic, and I feel like, you know, it's up to each of us to actually make that positive difference in the world using the resources that we gather now to help others in the future rebuild and just make the world a better place. So that's kind of how I'm like positioning myself here. And I just feel like that's just the way to be. I don't know. So philosophy of Tyler.
Understood. Yeah. Well, hey, it's like, it makes sense. Like, I understand. I've been through that thought process myself, and I'm like, yeah, it's a matter of time. Like, there's not much we can really, like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just personal responsibility and just like having empathy for other human beings, and just like getting through this, because it's going to happen. And like, we have to just, first of all, admit it, be honest with ourselves, and then do something about it. So, you know, here we are in crypto, and it's like, this is the answer, waiting for the problem to happen. And, you know, we're here. So it's like, take that for what you will. But it's exciting. But specifically though, Casino Coin, it's like this project, it's like, it's so massive. Like, all the people who think that this is going to be a rug pull, I just don't see it at all at this point. With all the progress that's been made, all the foundation that's been built, the fact that it's built on, the fact that it's built on the XRPL now, you have all that foundation. You have 8+ years of track record from XRP with no downtime on the ledger, like no real major issues, hacking attacks. Like, it's solid, right? So you have that foundation built, and the team doesn't have to really worry about like the back end, like how does the fundamentals of this coin work? That's taken care of. Now they have to focus on partnerships, and they have to focus on getting those regulatory, getting regulatory clarity, which they're doing. You know, they're getting on exchanges, and like social media is killing it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the dominoes are falling into place. And I feel like when you get those first few casinos, which like out of all the casinos out there, right, there's definitely a handful of them that are risk adverse enough to say, you know what, we're going to take the chance and just buy 20 million casino coin and just see what happens, or more, who knows, whatever, and just sit on it, start to accept it. And then, because yeah, there's the risk that it'll go to zero, of course, but then there's also the chance that it's going to actually become $1 or whatever, you know, who knows? Like, I'm not making price predictions either, but there's the potential that something like that could happen. XRP was less than a penny in 2017.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. No, yeah, it was what, 0.006. Like it's sitting like just like 20% or sorry, 50% up higher than what we're sitting now.
Yeah, exactly. So the you know, especially too, because we have such a specific niche that we're going after. It's, you know, we're going after casinos and solving major problems that they have. And that's the thing too, solving problems. I mean, that's so important that people, you know, it's like, it's not some meme coin that's just there to hedge the dollar because the dollar is garbage. Like, that's not what this is. This is going after a specific pain point and like removing it. And also in the process too, it's like those first few casinos that get in on this and then starts a domino effect. They're going to have so much money that they're sitting on that they could then do whatever they want with. They could offer all these rewards programs and stuff to their customers and make it more enticing for those customers to come to their casino versus someone else or whatever.
That's exactly.
You know, it's like that's
with the blockchain. You also have the ability to showcase provable fairness.
Yes.
There's no, it's not like, well, we're fair. It's no, we're fair. Here's proof.
Right. Yeah.
And there's also the opportunity for casinos to turn around and go from that like tier 3 or tier 2 status and step themselves up by proving their fairness, by proving that, like, you know, that, you know, sorry, lost myself there a moment, but yeah, like,
yeah, there's so many layers to it. I mean, it's like the fairness aspect, but also just the KYC, you know, having access to all these customers. I mean, the other thing too, it's like, say you have a brick and mortar casino that's massive in Las Vegas or whatever, and they also have an online digital version of their casino that they could just create, right? Then if they're accepting casino coin, they could access all these customers from anywhere on the planet today, you know, and like, why wouldn't they do that? It's like,
that's exactly,
you know,
hosting up live poker via the X app. Like,
yes.
As Richard was saying in chat, like that would be, dude, opening doors. Like, you know what, having up in Canada playing live poker down in Vegas with you guys because I can't make it for whatever reason. Like,
right.
You know, yeah, agreed. That.
Yeah. And it you know, the fact that like a lot of people talk about how it is possible that you could just like use XRP directly, or you could do, you know, use some other coin to accomplish the same thing. It's like, yeah, that might be true, but it's not specifically created for this purpose. There's not all these apps and ecosystems that are being built around these coins that are meant for this. Exactly. You know, and that's
critical. It's not their use case. That's not what they're trying to tackle.
Right.
Sure, you can integrate their token, you can use it, but where's the benefit besides it just being another crypto?
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's like, I feel like obviously there's going to be just a massive amount of cryptos out there that are going to collapse, go to zero, especially post regulation, because that's also coming. And I think people aren't really giving that enough weight in their thinking as to like, should I get into this versus that versus that? Regulations are coming.
Especially with the FSA announcement that came in one of the previous blogs, like having the Financial Service Authority coming in and saying, yeah, like, you know, it's governed, it's regulated, it's.
And that's not like easy to do either. So that's huge. But you know, it's like, there's going to be some bloodshed in this industry at some point in the future, probably this summer. I don't know, maybe like September, towards the end of the year. I don't know, probably before the end of the year, there's going to be regulatory clarity that's going to come. and it's going to just decimate certain cryptos. I mean, Tether, like Bitcoin in direct, like, because Tether, they print it and then it gets pumped into Bitcoin and others, and it's just like, it's so sketchy. And so obviously that's going to have to come to an end, and that's going to be very ugly in the short term. Yeah. But then after that, there's going to be the ISO 20022 compliant currencies that just like blow up 100 times, because
that's one thing I want to clarify. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
ISO 20022 isn't so much as a compliance thing. It's actually just a messaging format. So I'm not sure if you know much about coding or whatnot, but like, so messages are basically sent out in a JSON format. It's like a string object where it's just bracketed and formatted in a very specific way, so that anybody that's using that format or that standard is able to use that information.
Okay.
Amen. So it's less a compliance thing and more so a messaging standard, and it's for financial systems.
That makes sense. So yeah, I mean, so there'd be a standard messaging system that an international body group of countries, G7, et cetera, has come together and said, okay, this is going to be kind of like the foundation that, we're going to just agree upon, that we're going to use going forward in this future financial system, where you're going to have multiple blockchains, but they're going to interoperate in this kind of way. It's going to be like the bedrock framework of the internet, where you have like protocols that just function behind the scenes. And that's, that's something else that's really important here, is like, imagine investing in like the protocol that runs the internet. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense, because it's like there's multiple layers like built on top of protocols, because then you have like these development environments that then create like apps that we see, like software and things that we use on the internet, web pages and stuff. But it's like at the very base level, you have these protocols, and I feel like that's what some of these assets are going to be, like XRP, XLM, Algo, et cetera. Like they're going to be kind of like those protocols, and it's like we have the opportunity to get into those right now, and there's going to be so many things like Casino Coin that are going to be built on top of them that solve certain problems, right? And then we can invest in both of them. I mean, it's like, and there's going to be so many more beyond Casino Coin in the future. There's going to be NFTs. There's going to be entire industries created that we can't even conceive of right now. I mean,
that's exactly it. Just imagine like a casino offering like a unique one-of-a-kind reward system where it's like an NFT that they offer from the casino, where it's like, yo, here's like, oh, you win $10,000 jackpot, well, here's your winnings, and you get this really cool NFT that's like, a 10K winner spinning GIF or whatever. That's like,
why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like there's no reason not to. There's no cost up front to make it a GIF and then put it on a blockchain and sell it. Like it's wild. Like the concept of an NFT 5 months ago or whatever, 7 months ago was just like, what is, no one would have thought about this. And it's like same thing with the internet.
One moment here. If you want to keep talking with everybody else, I just got a quick call to take. I'm sorry. I hate to do this.
You're good, man.
If you want to keep talking with the community there, by all means, just one quick moment.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, guys, I was just about to say that I feel like when the internet first came out, no one really understood what it was. And there were a lot of people out there that thought, oh, email, like why would I do that? Like, why would I get an email and use it when I could just like write a letter and put it in the mail? Literally people thought like this at the beginning. I remember seeing, I don't remember personally seeing, because I was like 4 years old, but like there were newspapers from back then saying things like, oh, the internet is this dying fad. It's going to go away. It's just been like hyped up or whatever. And I just see so many parallels between back then and right now. Crypto is like the next layer of the internet. It's the internet of value, as the people at Ripple, like Chris Larson had mentioned, they coined that term. And it's very true. Like if you can send value in the same with the same level of ease that you can send an email to somebody, then that's tremendous. I mean, when you can settle a payment across the planet instantly, instead of waiting 7 days, going through multiple intermediaries, and then having to pay all these fees, it's like if you can just do that instantly, that's going to disrupt the entire banking industry. That's going to disrupt everything. So we're going to have something new evolving. It's like the central banks right now, it's like they're trying to kind of like get on top of this and like adopt it. But the thing is that I don't even think they can control it in the long run. Like DeFi is going to, like when people realize that they can take out loans without even needing a credit score, when they realize that they can just make passive income based on stuff that they invested in years ago, they can take control of their own lives financially and they don't even need a bank, then I feel like the central banks are going to lose a lot of their power. And it's going to be really interesting to kind of see how it all plays out. But like, I just feel like the world is going, I mean, there's definitely like we're opening Pandora's box. There's a lot of possible scenarios that can play out, but I feel like if we're well educated about this and we know kind of where we're going and we know how we can use this technology, like Flare, for example, I mean, it's going to just change the world in ways that we can't even, I mean, imagine. It's like everything that Ethereum can do, but better and cheaper. I mean, what does that even mean? So I'm just, long story short, I'm just super excited. And like, you know, especially with Casino Coin and everything, like we're so early in this and we're solving real problems. We're going after real solutions and like, you know, we're here. And so I feel like, you know, we haven't missed the boat, like with the internet. And so we're here.
I agree. It's awesome to be here and be able to enter like at the ground level, as you say. Like,
yeah,
it's a whole new paradigm. It's not coming in at the last minute with like, you know, as stocks back in the 80s, early 90s.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, and like the whole derivatives market, stocks and everything being run on blockchain on the XRP ledger, probably. I mean, it's just this is going to be wild.
No, maybe actually. So that's what Sologenic's doing.
Yeah,
they're doing the tokenization of stocks, bonds, ETFs, and all that stuff. So
everything is going to be tokenized.
Exactly.
You have tokenized real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tokenize oil. You can tokenize gold. You can tokenize any commodity, any stock, anything of value, and then you can trade it. It's like you can trade like gold for yen to, I mean, like you can instantly transfer. And then with the DEX that's running on XRPL, you'll be able to instantly do that. You'll be able to find all these illiquid pairs and like find just like it's crazy how you can have this.
It already does that. If you get a chance, take a look up on the xrpl.org website under auto bridging.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I did see they got a new site, and I've kind of glanced at it. I haven't really dove deep into it yet. I definitely, it's on my bucket list, and I also need to set up the website to take crypto, and I haven't done that yet either. I said I was going to do that this weekend, but things got busy.
I understand. I've been sitting here. I've got there we go. I'm not sure if you see the blue light there, but I've been meaning to get to my car to install some underglow inside the cabin.
Nice.
Anyways,
yeah, man. Well, I actually do have to hop off, but I appreciate the time.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I look forward to doing this maybe again in the future. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I try to schedule this for every Sunday if I can.
Okay.
I can't always guarantee that that's the case. Like I know last week I ended up doing it on the Saturday, but as I said, yeah, I just got to working around my girlfriend's work schedule. So for the most part, Sundays it's worked, but yeah.
Cool. Well, again, appreciate it. And to everybody out there, thanks for listening. So glad that we're all here in this space together. All right, man. I'm hopping off. See ya.
Enjoy. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, yeah, we do have a couple other people sitting here waiting to join. We have Diedrich and also Crypto Foe. So I'm going to get to them in just a moment, guys. I do apologize for the wait here. I know you've been sitting there waiting patiently, and I appreciate it. I'm just going to check a couple of the comments here, as they do seem to be kind of building up a bit. As as per Man-Purse Excellence, will Casino Coin be able to monitor user statistics across different operators and integrate or that have integrated that technology. I do believe so. I think that's part of what would be incorporated via the back office and or some other aspect there. Like it would make sense to keep track of those statistics there, because that would be a opportunity for them to expand and also get to know their audience better, right? So I don't know the details, but I definitely do think that that would be a beneficial aspect and could prove to be good for the back office there. And yeah, beneficial for both user and operator, so that they can look for provably fair results, looking into seeing, well, maybe if a certain game is not hosting the returns that users are expecting or whatever the case. There's a number of things that statistics could help boost there. So I think it would make sense. And so then as a crypto beast here, in order for CSC to become an F asset, it will need to be voted in through governance. Yes, that's correct. Which it sounds like there is a lot of people that are part of Flare networks and the Flare community there that are now showing their support for Casino Coin. So I do think it is very possible in the future that we do see CSC become an F asset. And if it does, like, I will be ecstatic, because that would be awesome. No doubt about it. So CryptoFo asks here, when Casino Coin team, when we learn about the gaming back office, are we going to gain more insight on how the coin is regulated for the industry? I'd love to do a video on that. That would be awesome, CryptoFo. So yeah, what I want to do here is actually get the other individuals into the call here. So I'm going to start off with Diedrich because he was in line first. Apologies there, CryptoFo, but yeah, we'll definitely get you in here. So just going to get Diedrich in to join, and just admitting him now. So it'll just take a moment for everything to connect. And yeah, so while he's connecting there, just see here. Yes, Casino Coin team. The marketing is pretty cool too. I got to say, QuadJax is doing an amazing job. The interaction and engagement with the community is top notch. The polls and like everything that's going on. Like, Jack, if you're in the stream, sir, you are doing an awesome job, and keep it up. But like, if y'all aren't following him, you should definitely be giving QuadJax here a follow on Twitter. He's the marketing director of Casino Coin there. So if you're not following him, you definitely should be, because between him and JC, they're rolling out the blogs on a regular basis every Tuesday. And now it sounds like we might be looking at blogs on potentially Saturdays as well. I'm not sure if that'll be a regular thing. And he's also hinted towards ninja blogs, basically blogs that will be released without any notice. It's just like, oh, hey, community, by the way, here's another blog. So looking forward to those there. We kind of actually seen that happen last Saturday with the Flare finance announcement. So that was pretty cool. And so, yeah, just going through here. So Xrp and how to use it. There's got to be an explain like on 5 aspect to benefits. Yes, definitely. I'll go through Roberto Bobson there, and I'll try to put together one of those for you in regards to kind of the explain it to me like I'm 5 things. Because yeah, I understand that would be beneficial to have something like that we can roll out and explain to the community, especially when we do get the doubters or the trolls or whatnot saying that, oh,
there we go.
Hey Diedrich, how'd you go, buddy?
Hey, aloha, Code. How are you, man? I'm good. I'm good.
Good. So this
I'm at
here,
work.
if y'all aren't aware, Diedrich here is our crypto beast out from Hawaii. So give him a shout out. And yeah,
All the way from Hawaii, man. You know, I just want to say aloha to everybody. Thank you for the love you guys been showing me across Twitter, on YouTube, man. Words can't explain how I feel. But, you know, I'm proud of everybody that's here already.
Yeah,
because we're early. We're super early.
oh,
And I encourage everybody to check out Flare Networks because I know a lot of us that's holding Casino Coin is also holding XRP and looking forward to that Spark token airdrop. There's so much that we'll be able to do with that. And I'm also, when voting comes live, I'll be voting for Casino Coin to become an F asset. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of noise out there for it too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree. I've seen a lot of it. We even have like Crypto Jedi. I'm not sure if he's in the stream, but he's been a proponent for getting CSC on as a F asset as well. So yeah, definitely. I'm seeing a lot more engagement. Like it's stunning because I'm starting to see my feed just fill up with CSC stuff. Like before, I was like, I get some CSC stuff in my feed here and there, but now it's becoming almost more CSC than anything else, and like that's saying something because like
Yeah, man.
I follow to maybe just over 200 people on my Twitter, and the majority of them are XRP folk.
No, well, but I just wanted to just keep this short. Just thank you all guys for all the love, and especially you for doing all your hard work you do.
Not a
I
problem.
inspired to learn so much, and it's been in this community has just pushed me to do just that. Step out of my bubble, step out of my comfort zone. I've been in crypto for quite a long time, but haven't been really vocal about it until I met all you guys. And look, I'm from the middle of nowhere in the Pacific Ocean on an island.
Fair enough,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy how far-reaching crypto is. And you know what, man? Like, welcome to the community. I don't think we've said it enough. Like, you are doing an awesome job. And the videos you're doing, like, we appreciate it. You bring, like, the more awareness we have, the better. Like, it just, as T Boone was saying, it just basically further legitimizes like the community and everything, everybody working together towards that goal. And like, I'll definitely give your stuff a like and retweet, no problem. Like, you're doing an awesome job. Like, keep it up for sure.
Thank you, man. And you guys have a good one. And catch you on the next one.
Yeah,
Aloha.
you too, buddy. All right. So yeah, that was our crypto beast there. If you're not sure here, we got him. Yeah, here we go. So he's up on Twitter here under XRP_crypto beast. So if you're not giving him a follow, please do. He does, I believe, daily videos, or he's been doing videos daily covering Casino Coin and different aspects and things that are happening, price updates and things like that as well. So definitely, if you're not following him, definitely give him a follow. And sorry, Crypto Foe, if you're still in the stream, feel free to jump back in the queue there. I'll take a call here. I apologize. I don't mean to keep you waiting like that. That being said, while I am doing shout outs here, definitely give Crypto Foe a shout or a follow there on YouTube, and as well Crypto Beast here. They're both up on YouTube there. And yeah, the other individual I wanted to give a shout out to here is Chris Thompson. He's under as Big CJ at, and yeah, definitely this guy, he's pumping out the memes on Twitter. So I'm sure you've probably seen them. And yeah, if you're not following him, give him a follow. He's got some pretty funny content coming out. So like, yeah, like as he says here, like Casino Coin's still in the process of rebuilding, new team, bigger community, even bigger vision. And yeah, it's just a matter of time until like things start really rolling and things pop off. Like, I know I said like I don't do price predictions, but like I'm also like I have no idea where it'll go, where it'll stop, or whatnot. So as everyone's saying, like the community's grown, we have huge support, and it's just getting bigger and better. So yeah, like a shout out to everybody that's working towards making the CSC community even better. Like if like I love seeing the support that everybody gives, like across Twitter, Discord, all of it. Like you'll notice like even in Discord there, if I notice like people helping out other community members, and if I see it, I'll try to give a tip or whatnot, like, you know. And that's the other thing is, like, you know, if somebody helps you out, feel free to give them a tip. Like, not saying like you have to or anything, but like, you know, it's there. It's an option. The tip bot is awesome. Again, shout out to Flying Fox for that one. And so, yeah, just jumping back to the chat here, I see Crypto OG in the chat here. Old man here, he says. Excited to be around for the fourth industrial revolution. Yeah, definitely. Likewise. And yeah, CSE can literally be a bridge asset to casino digital currencies, or CDCs. Yeah, that is definitely an option as well. Like, I'm not sure exactly how that would work, or if it would make more sense just to use XRP for the bridge there, or whether to use CSC as the bridge. Like, that's something that could definitely be discussed to see what the benefits and drawbacks to each would be, and, you know, kind of go from there. But yeah, I can't argue. Like, that would definitely be a bonus. Like having, say, you know, you have MGM token and Caesars token, and, you know, you want to move your MGM to Caesars. It's like, okay, well, we'll just bridge it with CSC there, because, like, you know, it's all about interoperability and getting everything going. So yeah, I agree. That could definitely be an aspect. And yeah, casinos turn around and set up their own side chain where it's like, you know, they have their own token, where, you know, they have their own side chain where they have Caesar's token, and then they have like subset tokens, which is like a bonus token, a maintenance token, or whatever else the case, but their main token is their Caesar's token. And then likewise, you have MGM over here. And then in the end, we just have CSC there, bridge in the middle. Like, that definitely another use case that could come to fruition. Like, again, like, this is where it comes back to the argument before where people were talking about, well, why not just use XRP? You're right. Why, they could very well use XRP, but XRP is being, you know, focused towards the financial system and so forth. And casinos and gambling or gaming, you know, isn't their targeted vertical or their use case. So, you know, casino coin, that's their aim. That's what they're working towards. That's, you know, so definitely, yeah, exactly. XRP has its use in banking, and XRP protocols are required to perform that its purpose, where CSC has its own use case. So yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, it's all about targets and verticals. And as you know, Brad Garlinghouse himself has said, like, you know, do one thing really well. You know, they're working towards financial payment systems. Wheatsay and them are working on Zum, and that's where some people are like, well, what about having Flare or XDC in Zum? And it's like, no, because that's not the target vertical. Do one thing really well. Like, you know, he's also offered a option with that is like, if say Trustline Inc. or GateHub or Bitstamp say offers a wrap version of those tokens like XDC or whatnot, and offer that wrap version on the XRPL, then yeah, you could definitely have those in Zum. But again, it comes down to having that wrap token and having that offered and available. So yeah, definitely. There's things to take into account there. And yeah, and as Crypto OG says, he's glad to see the CSE under new management with real vision for the project. And I completely agree. Like, I remember with previous management, like, I'm not trying to get into things here, but I know like there was a lot of talks of red tape and prevention of certain development because I'm not sure if they felt like it would risk the token or whatnot, but yeah, it's like now the gates are open. Like, if you want to build. Like, you want to bring something to market, do it. Like, the sky's the limit. We are like, the XRPL is open source. Anybody can build on it. The docs are there available via xrpl.org. So if you have an idea, you want to build something, do it up. Do it. Provide further use case and utility. If you want to see the project succeed and you have an idea and you have the means to make it happen, do it. So yeah, it's awesome. the future is bright. That's all I've got to say. Like, you know, I strongly believe CSE is going to, you know, we're not going anywhere. And now having further legitimization of being on the XRPL, supported on and by XRPL Labs, like they've had the endorsement of some of the Ripple execs like Monica Long or Hammertoe. Like, you know, a shout out to everybody there. Like, yeah. And as Tim says, like, blessed to have an opportunity with CSC. There's so many scenarios around the gaming space. The future is going to be crazy. And that's exactly it. That there's use cases and scenarios that we haven't even thought of yet. There's an untapped potential lying there, different use cases, different scenarios, different applications where this could be applied, whether it's, like, as I've said before, about provably fair results, or, you know, resolving malfunctions or whatnot, where results are recorded on the chain. So even if the machine says, oh, you know, you didn't win, but the chain says like you did win, it's on the chain. Like, there's no denying it. It's there. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, Crypto. I'm sorry I missed you there, but I didn't realize. I should have got you in there, and I apologize. I'll definitely try to get you in first for the next time there. If you're still watching, I deeply apologize, bud. But we have Murchison. So also, why is XRP going to $2,000? XRP is objectively the better buy in this market because it's going to become a global currency. Joking, been holding CSE since the start. CSE to the moon. I'm gonna fair enough, and it's good to be able to joke like that, right? So yeah, definitely. And yeah, I look forward to it. Like, I hope we see CSE to the moon too. And for example, like, look at this guy. Like, another GIF that I created. I'm waiting for it to be approved. Hopefully, I'm not running into copyright issues. But we have like CSE, and you know, hopefully we're going to the moon. You know, so you know, one thing at a time. Just got to kind of keep our eye on the ball, and you know, keep pushing forward. And it's my opinion that eventually, as I said, in my opinion, I hope to see Casino Coin being a household name, powered by Casino Coin. That just rolls off the tongue so nicely. So yeah, so as we're going through here, so XRP protocol is limited supply, and all protocols needed to do what it is designed to do, cross-border settlements. More protocols are, yes, and that's exactly it. More protocols are needed to expand the ecosystem and the use case of that chain. So, and that's what we're seeing is like, we have, you know, XRP focused on the financial system and the cross-border payments and settlements, right? We have Casino Coin targeting gaming and gambling. We have Sologenic, which is targeting tokenized stocks, assets, bonds, ETFs, things like that. And like even commodities and whatnot. So like, that's exactly it. The more we build out the ecosystem, the more use cases, the more verticals we tackle, the better and more sound the XRPL is. And that's exactly it. With the transaction speed and scalability of the network, it's unimaginable where we're going to be in the next 5-10 years. Like, if T-Boon's like, you know, was mentioning, where like we see the financial system kind of come to a halt, and we see the integration of the ISO 2022 messaging system, that'll cover the financial aspects of things, which could also then be incorporated into like Sologenics and whatnot with the tokenization of stocks, and potentially into the casino or casino and gambling layer. Like, if we had, as you know, they're talking about where it's you know, interoperability between different casinos, where you have, say, Caesars or MGM, and you know, you have that interoperability between those, you know, that's exactly it. The more we build, the more we develop and push things, like it's only a matter of time. And like, that's the thing, is like, even with CSE here, it was mentioned in the blog, I do believe, let me just see. It was something mentioned here. Trying to find it here. Sorry, guys. I had a whole idea of like where it was going to go, but like, yeah, there we go. So like, there's also work with partnerships and whatnot with like top personalities in the gaming industry to also help promote the CSE brand. So think of it like, you know, we just had that giveaway of the million CSE that Gun Espresso won, and split the pot with Real Kid Crypto, or sorry, Real Kid Poker. Sorry, my bad. Like, that's the thing, is like, even if we were to get him as like a personality, where like, you know, even if he just plays a poker game while wearing a casino coin hat, the amount of attention and stuff that that's going to bring to CSE and like the team and the project and everything is just going to open even further doors. Like, we have Yvonne there from the Malta Poker Festival. Sorry, getting a little tongue tied. And like, the amount of doors that open with, like, it's a whole network effect. One person talks to another person talks to the next, and the next thing you know, like, the world's our oyster. There's like, we see the FUD all the time, and it's just noise at this point. They can sit there and talk all they want about, well, this will never. Okay, at me, like, at me in 5 years. Let me know. Not even 5 years. Let me know in a year, 6 months. Like, just a matter of time. Like, it's going to be a snowball effect where it's just one thing leads to another and just builds up and builds up and builds up, and the next thing you know, as I said, CSC is a household name. You turn around and you go down to Vegas and you walk in, and like, you know, on the slots or the Sickbo machine, or, you know, whatever the case, you know, it just says powered by Casino Coin. You take a flight over to the UK and hit the casino over there, and next thing you know, same thing. Slots are lit up with powered by Casino Coin, or whatever the case, you know, or, you know, you're turn around and, you know, you're from the UK, you come to, or you go to the US to do some gambling down in Vegas, use your CSE lobby, and yeah, get all loaded up playing the slots there, unload, go back home, and you're like, you know what, that was fun. I'm going to hit the local casino and play, and you just keep using the CSE lobby. And next thing you know, look, you literally just use that thing halfway across the world. Like, you know what? Ignore the noise, ignore the FUD, ignore the trolls. It basically comes back to that one tweet that I mentioned, is that, like, you know, well, oh, let me get that pulled up. Like, it was just something to take into account there. Let's see here. So, well, I just bring that up. Yeah, Switch does that. Agreed. Like, getting digital asset investor, Bearable Bull, Kevin Cage, and Moon Lambo to make video on CSC would be great. Like, I know Moon Lambo has come across a few of our, or has talked about Casino Coin a few times there, right? So that's definitely like something to keep an eye out for. Um, and so I think as we develop further and further, and we see some of these personalities becoming more involved with CSE, as we've already seen, right? Like, we've had what you call it, just digital asset by Backup Bradley. Like, we've had a few of them now that are starting to give a shout out to the Casino Coin community. I know we also have James Rule XRP as part of the CSE community. You know, XRP Bully, he's given a shout out here and there. And, you know, it's just a matter of time until, like, you know what, like, I think we'll see a lot of the we'll see a lot of the top influencers there, because like even we seen a tweet not too long ago, like I know, I'm not sure if any of you are aware, but you know, Wonka, he was he kind of gave the CSC community grief for quite a while there, and you know, that was one thing, is that you know, he kind of gave the community grief for a while, and that was the same thing as he would say the same thing about you know, there's no use case, there's no point to it, yada yada. Well, like he's even said himself, like, I'm done. Like, you guys are on Flare, you guys are providing utility and so forth, and yeah, and that's exactly it. So as I was saying, this is the tweet I was mentioning, is that yeah, while some troll, others will build, some will hate, others will network, some will FUD, even while these milestones are being hit. And so yeah, in my opinion, Casino Coin does have a bright future, and I am more than happy and glad to be here to witness it. And y'all are here with me, and you know, I hope, without a shadow of, like, you know, I hope with all my heart that, you know, fortune favor the bold, and you know, we all see that. So yeah, like, I'm excited. The future is bright in my opinion. So yeah, and that's it too. Like, it could be, oh, hey, CSC Poppy, glad you could join here. And yeah, state switch styles. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, even eventually state lotteries on the chain, if they were to utilize CSC on like the XRPL, or even again, as they were mentioned before about you know, even running their own XRPL sidechain that uses CSC to interoperate there, right? Like, it's just, the possibilities are endless, and we are at the ground floor of it all. It's awesome. Well, I'm glad you have an awesome imagination there, Crypto OG. Like, I try to imagine, and like I'm mind blown with a aspect and the possibility of, like, the possibilities. Like, as I said, they're endless. It I say it's hard to imagine, but it's just, it's more unimaginable the amount and level that this could potentially end up becoming. Like, you know, it's great. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, it was imaginable what we could do with steel. Yeah, here we are, and that's it. We just keep building and building, and that's all we can do. Even with us in the community, is just keep building. You have an idea, build it out. It's an open source ledger. Build, bring something to the table, and that's where I say to a lot of the fudders and whatnot, like, out there, or the trolls, is like, you know, keep trolling, but you know what? While you're trolling, we're building. You want to sit there and say, oh, you know, you can't do this. Well, instead of sitting there fudding or trolling, build, be constructive, be productive, do something. You know, that's what it comes down to. Is, you know what, those that are going to do will do, and they'll leave everybody else in the dust while they're still sitting there trolling away, dropping FUD while all these milestones are being hit, or whatever the case. It's just a matter of time. Let them. Let them. Just ignore them. As Daniel's mentioned, is like the trolls that we see on Twitter and whatnot, the best thing we can do is really just ignore them, because the fact of the matter is that, like, you know, they're going to troll no matter what. That's what they're there to do. So instead of giving them a stage in the microphone, just ignore them. You take away that ability, you reduce their impressions, you reduce their ability to be seen. The more you interact with them, the more people are going to see them, and the more, you know, it's going to cause others to fear or feel that FUD. And, you know, that's what it comes down to, is ignore the FUD, ignore the trolls, don't feed them. The more you feed them, the more of a stage you give them. So that's about it. And so, yeah, so everything will be on the chain, and we won't look back. Yeah, and that's it. Eventually, everything will be on the chain. Everything will be tokenized. Everything will be, it's all going to be there. It'll all be interoperable in one way or one shape or form or another. So Bullish up, still waiting on my swap to be completed. Okay, so bullish up. If you're still waiting on your swap to be completed here, oh, I think I just, okay, that's okay. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we go to eminence.crunch.help casino coin. So the one thing I would suggest here, bullish up, is to go to the eminence.crunch.help stuck swap here. And what you're going to want to do is just make sure that you're on step 7. So just scan the QR code, make sure you're on step 7, making sure that the CSE team is going to review. Some users did get stuck on step 6. The other reason being is that there is a backlog, there is a delay. There are a lot of people waiting because even more people waited until the deadline or within a couple of days of the deadline to do their swap. And like we're still getting requests, people saying that they haven't even done the swap yet and they're trying to do so. So it's created a huge backlog of swap requests to get through. And so the thing being is that the team dedicated a lot of time at the beginning and even during the swap to get people done and taken care of as soon as possible. But because there were a lot of people that waited till the end of the swap, you know, there is a backlog created, but at this point they're also trying to build and get things developed and pushed out. So it's a matter of juggling progress and getting people swapped. And as you know, like it's not a huge team, so they're working as quick and hard as they can to get through all the swaps. It's just a matter of patience. If anything and you're unsure, you can send the support team an email via support@casinocoin.im, inquire as towards the status of your swap. But if you did your swap within the last couple days or post deadline, then that's the reason for the delay, is that there is a backlog. They are working to get through them, but they're also working towards progress of the ecosystem. So it's, you know, it's a balancing act. And as I said, they put a lot of effort into getting everybody swapped before the deadline. Like I know in the first couple weeks there, or the first even month, there was a backlog created where a lot of people did the swap right up front, and it created a backlog. The team was working there even through the weekends to get people swapped. So at this point, it's just a matter that, you know, we just at this point have to be patient with them, you know. So like as we can see, like there are a number of swaps getting through. It's just, you know, unfortunately at this point it's just a matter of being patient. They will get your swap taken care of, and I apologize on behalf of the team. Like I'm not officially a team member, I am a community member. I do help answer the Casino Coin Twitter DMs, but in regards to being an actual team member, no, I'm just a very helpful community member. So I can't really expedite things or push things along in that regards, but know that like I do apologize on behalf for the delays. They are working through to get through the swaps as quick as they can without hindering further progress of the project. So yeah, again, if you are too concerned, send them an email to the support team via support@casinocoin.im, and they should be able to assist there, either let you know that your swap is still in progress, or whichever the case there. But again, double check that link that I posted in the chat there, and just make sure that you are on step 7, because if you're not, that's also a reason for delays as well, because it's that hitting continue on step 6 and moving to step 7 that actually submits your swap for review. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But other than that, yeah, just unfortunately just a matter of patience at this point. They will get you taken care of though. The team does not want to see anybody left behind, or like they want to swap people. They don't want you to lose out on your coin. So they are trying their best to get everybody taken care of. So yeah, I do apologize for the delays there, but But now, yeah, moving on here. Zero doubt for casino coin. Likewise, like I have, at this point, I have zero doubt. Like, take me back, you know, August through November, and yeah, I had doubts. Despite those doubts, I still kept buying because I'm a degenerate, but that's neither here nor there. So, sorry. So yeah, like at this point, I have zero doubt myself. Since Daniel's taken over the project, there's been so much progress happen just in the last 6 months compared, or 6 to 8 months since like the last 3 years that the previous foundation was running. It's mind-boggling how we're still only like, you know, at this point, how we're still below half a cent even. Like, in my opinion, like we should be sitting at a cent or higher. And that's my goal. When anybody asks for price predictions, let's just worry about getting to a cent and going from there. So, yeah. Yeah, and likewise, Switch. I'm ready to play some games as well. I'd love to play some slots or, you know, yeah, like live poker as well. That'd be great. As Richard mentioned earlier in chat, I would love to sit down at a virtual table with y'all and just play some poker with you guys. Like, I suck and you probably take my money, but like, as Fry says, shut up and take my money. Well, you probably would, because I'm not the greatest. I tend to, like, you know, make some pretty foolish bets and people call my bluff. So anyways, maybe I shouldn't be saying that. You all know. Anyways. So yeah. Macon, yes, CSC is continuing to help people whose swap got stuck. That's, as I was mentioned, a bullish up. If you are having issues, send them an email via support@casinocoin.im. They are taking care of the swaps. And as I mentioned, there is a backlog, which is what's also causing the delays, as there is a push to get the swaps taken care of, but also not hindering progress, because there's, you know, it's a pretty small team. They're doing the swaps, they're signing partners, dealing with exchanges, getting things in the works. There's so much from a business aspect. You know, like, yeah, there's a lot to take into account. It's like, that's one thing is, as I was mentioning, if like everybody were to have done the swap during the swap period, and like, I'm not meaning to chastise or anything, but you know, if people didn't wait until the last minute to do the swap, probably the remaining swaps here would probably be getting through a lot quicker. But you know, I know, like, even myself, I'm still getting DMs and whatnot from people who are like, oh, I missed the deadline, can I still swap? And it's like, well, get a hold of support. Like, if they can help you, they will, because again, they don't want to see you lose your coins. Like, they're trying to help everybody get through the swap. So it really just comes down to a matter of time and patience for everything to be getting through there. Okay. But trust that they will be working with everybody. And again, if anything, just send them an email and touch base. Worst case scenario is they'll let you know, yeah, there's a backlog, we're working through it, it's just taking time. But yeah. Yeah, again, crypto OG, and that's exactly it. At least buy in with CSC, but still need the chips to play with. Yeah, and that's another option, is like, you know, using CSC to pay into your game to ante up, or to buy your stack of chips to play with, and then once you're done, cash back out to CSC. You know what I mean? And like, who knows if you know, say you turn around, you throw $1 million CSC into play your poker. That's like, well, $4,500 or so. I'm not sure where the price is at the moment. Let's just take a quick look here. Okay, so 4,700 for $1 million coins. So yeah, give or take about $5,000, we'll say. And you want to play some poker, and you got, you know, some money to throw around, and by all means, right? So, and then that's the thing is you turn around and say during that time you put your million CSC in, you got your 4,700, you turn around and start playing with your chips, and then, you know, say price kind of dips a little bit down to like, you know, 46, 4,500 for a million CSC. And then you end up cashing out, and you've got to say you cash out 2 million CSC. Well, or well, you know, what was it like? Say you double up and you go from 4,700 to, you know, 9,400. Quick maths. You know, that 9,400, instead of getting you 2 million CSC, is now getting you, like, you know, 2.25 million CSC, or, well, okay, maybe not quite that much, but you know what I mean. So yeah, like, and that's the thing is like, it's amazing to sit here and think about the future of the project and where it could potentially end up going, because there's no limit. Like, as we've seen earlier in the discussions here, the possibilities are endless. There's different avenues, there's different use cases, there's different verticals to tackle that are all valid and could use the technology. So definitely something to keep look forward to there. So yeah, and then that's the other thing is for the CSE lobby is that it introduces something that many people might not be aware of, is the responsible gaming aspect. So I know we have also seen it on Twitter as a form of FUD, where, you know what, gambling has destroyed families, and you know what, they're not wrong. It's true. But See It, or Casino Coin, also works towards, you know, tackling this issue as well via responsible gaming, where CSC lobby, I believe, users will be able to set limits. Mind you, that doesn't stop somebody from changing their limits and so forth. But with that being said, there's an effort being put into place where, you know, users will be able to set personal limits and so forth. And you know what, like myself, that'll be perfect, because like I'll be like, okay, well, you know what, I don't want to spend more than, you know, 10k CSC, because like, well, my current price was like $47. Like, you know, I don't want to blow more than $47 today or a day. You know, I can set that in place, and then with that, that basically sets it so that, yeah, I can, you know, set my own limits. And here in Canada, where our lottery system has its own model, like, you know your limit, play within it. Well, this will allow me to set my limits and to stay and play within it, because admittedly, I have in the past gone to a casino with $100 or $200 in hand, and I'm like, this is all I'm spending. But stupid me brings my bank card. I burn through that $100 or $200 pretty quick, and I'm like, well, I've only been here for like, you know, half hour, 45 minutes. I don't want to leave just yet. So I walk over to the machine and I go and pull out more money that I don't really have, because that was allocated for something else. But I'm like, hey, you know what? If I can double up and I can get that money back, guess what? I'm in, you know, I can at least try to break even. And that's, you know, a pitfall that some people do fall into. And having those responsible gaming limits put in place will allow prevention of that to a degree. You know what I mean? Because like, if I had that limit put in place, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have been able to do that, at least, you know, to a certain degree. So yeah, it's something to keep in mind. And thank you, Crypto G. Yeah, I'll definitely keep bringing the discussions, because it's, you know, it's something that's great to talk about. And that's one thing that we don't really have a chance to do on Twitter, because we're rate limited on the characters that we can send. And so to try to get across a point, sometimes we have to spread it across multiple tweets or replies. And the next thing you know, it's things are being lost in context, because context is lost over text. Like, you know, whether it's sarcasm or you're trying sorry there. So whether you're trying to, emphasize a point or whatever the case, a lot of those intricacies of speech are lost over text, like tweets and things like that. So when you're trying to enlighten or educate someone on an aspect and you touch on something and you lose a certain aspect of that emphasis or whatever the case, it doesn't have that same effect that it could have the way we're talking now. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. Like, I'll keep bringing the content as much as I can. Like, and that's the thing is the marketing team there with Quad Jacks and JC, they're bringing out the blogs on the regular. They have every Tuesday, I believe. They mentioned that it's now going to be 2 blogs per week with Ninja Blogs. So I'm assuming that it'll be Saturdays and Tuesdays, which awesome. That brightens up the weekend, gives us something to look forward to. And starting out the week come Tuesday, it's like there's even more news, and like, it's awesome. And the fact that we have like JC writing for the CSC community as guest writer is even awesome, like even more awesome. I'm not sure if many of you know, but he was a writer for the CSE community, or sorry, the XRP community blog. Sorry, guys. And so, yeah, it's amazing how much the community is growing and where it's developing and seeing. Like, oh yeah, there we go from Casino Coin in the chat there. So Tuesday and Saturday is the schedule. And then as mentioned in the blog by from Jack there, is that there will be potentially ninja blogs here and there as well, which won't know when they're coming, where they're coming from, but they'll be there. So something to keep an eye out for as well, to keep us on our toes. So yeah, RC, that's a very good question. When it comes to Power Piggy, I've seen some members of the community talking in Discord where the Power Piggy funds are stored in cold storage, and I do believe, are insured. So if it's in Power Piggy, third party, I cannot confirm. However, it is stated that they are safe in Power Piggy. I believe they should be able to pull that up on BitTrue's website as well. I can take a look for that later and try to get it posted. And try to touch base back on that again. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Yes, we also have XRP Productions, which is awesome. Like, I've been following XRP Productions for a while, like even before their video, The Dustbin. If you guys haven't watched that, oh man, watch The Dustbin by XRPP. Like, it's a great little video. And also catch up on their blogs. Like, it is satire, don't take it seriously. Like, I see a lot of comments on Twitter where people are blasting them like, this isn't real, blah. Well, of course not. It's satire. Like, just click on their profile. It's satire, folks. So yeah, no, XRP Productions is awesome. Like, having Jack, JC, and XRP Productions all kind of like working together and whatnot, it's great. It's great. And it also brings like some comedic relief as well. Like, it's cool, like the interactions that Jack and XRP Productions are having, and like even JC getting into the mix there. Like, it's great. I love to see it. The engagement in the community from like some of the team, it's awesome. And that's the other thing, is the team aspect. Is like, earlier today I seen a tweet on Twitter there where a buddy was having problems getting the XRP in order to activate his Zum account, and Daniel popped up and replied and was like, yo, send me a DM. I will send you the XRP to get your account activated, and just send me some CSC equivalent back. Dude, what other project do you know that does that? Who else is willing to do that? Like, I love this project. I love the team. And like, if anybody, it's exactly why. Like, I can't even begin to describe. Like, team, the community, you all are awesome. And like, the rate that I see other people helping others is like phenomenal. I love seeing that. And that's what I say, like I mentioned in Discord, is like some people are like, well, how do I get tips? And it's like, well, bring content, bring engagement, help others. If I see you helping people and I see that in Discord, I will send a tip. No problem. Like I have an account that's specifically set for giving people tips. And you know what? If you're willing to help others, I'm willing to give you a tip. Plain and simple. And then again, I'm also willing to give you a tip just finding out you're new to the community. So, you know, help you get your tip bot set up. So it's yeah, definitely. So and skills, great updates. Thanks, bud. Send your CSC to some, or Xrp Toolkit has a video. Yes, exactly. I do also have a YouTube channel as well. You're watching it, derp. But I do have other videos, not just live streams, where I'm doing how-tos, where I have like how to store your CSC on the Ledger Nano, how to use the account merge tool if you have multiple Zum accounts. I also have a tutorial video on how to do basic trading on the DEX using market and limit trades. You'll notice on the DEX, sometimes market trades won't work, and that's just due to lack of liquidity. But the more people trade, the more liquid the DEX gets, the more, or the tighter that spread gets, the more able we're going to be able to do market trades on the DEX. So that's also another thing to keep in account. So yeah, exactly. Just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. So yeah. And as well, when it comes to that, if you guys have any other suggestions for videos, how-to videos or whatnot, or things you would like to see, I would love to cover that, because I do have another video that I'm going to be doing soon where like I just got some tangent cards come in. So yeah, buddy, I got the signed one. Thank you, Wietse. If you're in the stream, like, you are awesome, sir. Like I cannot express how great XRPL Labs is. But so I'll be doing a video on how to basically back up your account and rekey an account, because I have admittedly a Zum account that during my move, I seen the piece of paper, I seen the numbers, and I'm like, I can't remember what this is for. Huh, must be garbage. Meh, meh. Yeah, I threw out my keys like an idiot. Anyways, so you can actually rekey an existing account using the tangent card. So I'll look forward to that video. I'll be doing that soon in the future. I'll also be redoing my DEX video. And as well, as per a few people asking, I will also be doing a in-depth run through on the Zum app itself, basically trying to cover everything from, you know, initial setup of the account to like basically the whole aspect, setting up an account, recovering an account, using Zum, activating it, adding a trust line, trading using the exchange feature, looking into like an overview on the account worth tool, the account merge tool, the tangent backup, and so forth. There, like that. I do have a few videos in the pipeline that I do plan on getting to. But again, if you guys have suggestions and there's things that you would like to see, like I think there's also been requests for how to send to and from Bitrue, or how to trade on Bitrue or whatnot, and how to utilize PowerPiggy and so forth. So those will be something that I do plan on covering as well. But I know I keep saying it, but if you guys have suggestions, throw them in the comments. Send me a message on Twitter or Discord and be like, hey, can you do a video on this? And if it's something that can benefit others, definitely. That's what I aim to do with this channel, is to expand and provide a educational knowledge base for people. Because too much we see people saying, well, do your own research or whatever the case or whatnot. And there's not a lot of resources to do that. Well, there is, if you know where to look. So I'm hoping to provide like useful how-to videos that are not just CSC, but also cover other aspects of the XRP ledger as well. So now, yeah, so again, if you guys have suggestions, feel free to let me know. And yeah, look forward to other how-to videos that I'll be throwing together, as I mentioned, like the Tangent, like how to use the Tangent card and so forth like that. I've got a few here. Probably expect that a couple of them might end up messing up, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, yeah. So that being said, RC, yeah, no problem, bud. Like I'm glad to help where I can. Like that's, as I mentioned before, like I'm not here for the follows, I'm not here for the subscribers. I'm just here to provide educational content for people to get their way and know their way or learn their way around the ecosystem and stuff. So like that's why I open up the chat there. I open up the call-in line for people to, if you want to chat live, like feel free. Here, I'll even drop the link there again if anybody else wants to join in and discuss things live. Like you're more than welcome to jump the streams, like, as long as we keep it on topic. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly it with XRP Productions. Yeah, but much of the satire hints towards subtle truths. Yeah, I have seen some subtle truths in there. So yeah, I agreed. But yeah, definitely I would look at them as basically being satire focused. Yeah, no, agreed as well, RC. Yeah, like the project, a lot of people have it under the radar, but I think it's also due to part of the history as well, is that a lot of people shied away from it, especially after the announcement broke back in August, I believe it was, regarding the foundation and so forth, and that there were some issues and turmoil that the project was going through, and so thankfully, um, Daniel was able to step up and uh, work things out with Knox Group and everything else, and get the project back up on its toes and getting everything rolling. Like, like I'm beyond words. Like what Daniel's done for the community is, I don't have a hat, else I would take it off for him. Like, sir, if you're watching, awesome stuff. But yeah, so yeah, it is still flying under the radar, and yeah, we are still pretty low price, and I don't think that's going to last very long. Like, I keep saying, like, I'm looking forward to just hitting a cent and go from there. So like, I'm not banking on anything higher. If it goes higher, like, party hard. Like, I'm going to be here for the foreseeable future. I'm not going anywhere. And as I mentioned before, right now I'm all in on CSC. Like, there might be a point where I do, like, I am keeping an eye on XRP, and I might re-grab my XRP moon bag. But even then, like, as I said before, I've crunched the numbers, and for me, the potential ROI or return on investment for CSC, in my eyes, is potentially higher. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind there. Yeah, and that's exactly it. Switch is the XRP community where they're joining fast, and like we're seeing a lot of them getting on board, especially now with the switch over to the XRPL. Now we actually have one of our OG community members, OOL or OOLP, here about to join the stream. So I'm just admitting him now. It'll take a moment for it all to connect, and yeah. So just going through here. So while I'm just waiting for that, yeah, no problem, Switch. Like, happy to help where I can. And that's, as I mentioned, feel free to give a shout out when, if you need help. Like, I'm available on Twitter and Discord, so feel free. drop me a shout if you need help. I'll try to help. If not, I'll at least try to point you in the right direction, you know? So, so yeah, we have OOL on the line here. How's it going, bud?
Fantastic, my friend. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I'm glad you could join us.
Hey, it's great. Yeah, most people say ool. Yeah, ool.
Cool.
It came from the old XRP chat when if you used the like button too often, you got out of likes, or OOL.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. I didn't know
So most
that.
people used to say you were out of likes or you were ool. So that's where that came from, a long time ago now.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know so I can course correct. But yeah, definitely good to know. But yeah, how are you doing, bud? How are you doing?
No, fantastic. I have to say, all the moderation you do in the chat is just first class. Absolutely wonderful. And your videos have helped so many people with the swap. And I share some of your stuff in another CSC Discord channel in a completely different server. And your stuff always goes down very well indeed. So thanks from all of us for all of that. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Like as I said, I'm always happy to help where I can. I don't know. It brings me just a sense of satisfaction knowing that I was able to help someone. You don't hear enough of it anymore, and I don't know. For me, it's just I like helping people.
No, well done, well done. I'm sorry, I've probably come in right at the tail end. Had a busy day today, and only just trying to catch up now in the chat and see what's going on, and looking forward to a very bright future with this asset that I've been in now since sort of early 2018. So I wasn't in at the very beginning before the first swap, but it just seemed to me that CSC has an absolutely nailed on use case that was just being abused before Daniel took over, as in the people that should have known what they were doing just did not do it properly.
Yeah.
It's almost like they couldn't see the wood for the trees. And it was an absolute gift, this use case, to somebody that knows what they're actually trying to do with it. So the changes have just been amazing. And the speed, Codeward, the speed that the change has happened and the progress that's been made is just
phenomenal.
So exciting. Yeah, phenomenal. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. And yeah, don't be sorry for joining near the end here. Like, you know, I'm glad to have you on. Like, I see you in the community all the time, and I'm like, dude, this guy's awesome. I'm glad to be able to put a voice.
Well, I'm a bit like our friend JD Piper. I don't take fools gladly, I'm afraid. I did enjoy the odd opportunity at certain times of the 24-hour clock when either you or Matt weren't around. I did help out a little bit with people swapping and wallet issues and stuff like that. Only because I do have a pretty reasonable working knowledge of the ledger anyway. So that was great. Isn't Zum fantastic?
Much appreciated for the help. And yes, Zum is, oh my God, I love it. And the integration with the tip bot is just like, buddy.
No, I get it. Yeah, I mean, you know, so I've got you know, some of my excuse me, some of my more long-standing connections in the crypto space traditionally have been XRP centric, and of course they've been used to having a tip bot, which is, you know, it's so sad that disappeared, of course, on Twitter and everything before. Great to have it back in with CSC. It's so nice to be able to tip newbies who go off the deep end because they just don't expect it. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. Like, oh man, like I'm without words. I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. But Zum, You know, a number of us were already using it anyway, because of our XRP connections and knowing what Vitsa does and the toolkit boys and team, and you know, that whole infrastructure is just building up around, particularly around the DEX. And for those people that don't realize how important the DEX is, you know, inbuilt into the XRP ledger, the ability to trade 24/7 without having anybody being able to shut it down, and the fact that there's nobody effectively as a middleman.
That's exactly it. It's trustless.
Eating your lunch, you know. Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's trustless. It's, you know, well, decentralized, obviously, but yeah. And then the like almost non-existent fees, like 1 drop per trade, like it's just mind blowing. And the security that comes with it is just beyond measure. It's nothing like a normal centralized exchange. Like, you're not depositing funds, you're not withdrawing, you don't have to do any of that. You trade directly from the wallet, and it's just, it adds this whole layer of, I don't even have a word for it. It's fantastic. Like, I love the DEX, and honestly, like, I might be getting into a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but like, it's my belief that in the future, centralized exchanges will need to adapt or die, basically. I believe that eventually, basically, centralized exchanges will have to utilize the DEX, and it's going to basically like NASDAQ almost, right? Where,
Yes.
they basically are just basically a storefront for the DEX. There's not going to be that whole or plethora of different exchanges all offering things at different prices. It's going to end up being, they're all tapped into the DEX using the same order books. They just, you know, are a storefront that offer different bonuses and features to users. Is, I think, would ultimately, it would be the end goal.
Yes. I can certainly see moves towards that.
It's what I'd love to see anyway.
No, absolutely. You know, you only have to look at the recent moves in various jurisdictions against Binance.
Yeah.
You've only got to look at the way in which in certain jurisdictions, there have been some very successful taking over of funds, particularly BTC funds that have been used for nefarious purposes. Yeah. And so, you know, some people think that they've got complete anonymity and they're safe from, you know, the reaches of law enforcement. But because the DEX is so transparent, the XRP ledger is so transparent, I'm just believing that ultimately it becomes a place where if you trade transparently, you have nothing to fear. And the fact that, you know, Vitsa has just connected Zum up to Global ID tells you where this is going. Anybody that actually wants to trade openly and transparently has nothing to fear. So what's wrong with sharing your identity with the right people in the right way?
No, I agree. And that's exactly it. Like, if you're not a bad actor, you're not out to do anything, you're not trying to skirt your taxes or whatever the case, then yeah, like, what do you have? Like, it's, I don't know. I know there's a lot of individuals that are weary of it because of the, you know, the whole privacy aspect and the whole belief of that whole new world order thing or whatnot. But like, I don't know, man. Like, we're moving towards a digital age, and eventually it's going to come down to everybody's going to require a digital ID. Like, even like, you know, 10 years down the road, if that, like, you know, say, you know, our kids end up having kids, their birth certificate's going to be issued on the blockchain. It's just a matter of time.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. And the reality is that most countries have been sharing passport data for decades now, using electronic databases. And, our identities are known pretty much wherever we go. And that information is shared and, cross matched across borders each time you travel. Nobody bats an eyelid about that, do they? You want something, you want to travel, you want to see somewhere, go somewhere. You're openly sharing that information that gets stored on a database about how often you traveled and where you've traveled to.
That's exactly it. It's all tied to your passport or whatever else, and it's all set up in the database. They know where you go, how long you were there for, and so forth.
Yes.
So
Yes. And yeah. And our mobile phones track us 24/7 anyway.
I know. That's what gets me with the conspiracy theorists with the whole, they're going to microchip us and this and that. And it's like, bruh, you realize like you are already being tracked. Like,
yes, indeed. So what did I miss? I'm sorry, I'm so late in the day.
no
have
worries.
you had some participants and a good discussion?
Oh yeah, definitely. We actually had T Boone on the call there earlier. The guy that's doing the titanium anodized token.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, he was on here and was talking about a few things, which was like pretty cool. Like I was glad to have him on. And then we also had XRP Crypto Beast, the other YouTuber dude there from Hawaii. He was on for a bit to say hi. And
fantastic.
yeah. And then, just basically addressing questions in the chat there and so forth. So it's been good.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, I'll just butt out now for a while, if that's okay.
Yeah, no worries, bud. Thanks for dropping in.
It's been a pleasure to talk to you. And once again, thank you so much for all the things you do for our community. And you really are part of the glue and really much appreciated. Thank you, man.
Oh, not a problem. My pleasure.
Take care. Catch you later.
You too, buddy. Enjoy.
Bye.
Yeah. So that's Wool there, folks. And he's a member of the community, an OG. He's been with us long before even I joined the community. So definitely, if you see him up on Twitter, give him a follow. He awesome dude. But yeah, so just taking a check back here through the comments, see if there's any more questions. Alexander Schmidt, yes, the stream is live. That was a caching issue. If you didn't see the refresh there, we're should be back having the proper info showing there. And yeah, we have July 4th coming up now. Yeah, that was my bad. Admittedly, I had a cache version coming up, which would also explain why some of my info was out of date. And I was wondering about that. I was like, wait, that doesn't seem right. But anyways, thanks to Swiss. I just did a cache refresh and we got that back up and going. And yeah, so yeah, definitely we are live. And so yeah, back to Switch here with mobile casino coin or casino games would be awesome. Yeah, and definitely would be, especially if we can get that integration as well, even through the X app. You think about it, we turn around, you have a mobile casino game, like say, I know it's tied to Facebook, but say like Bingo Blitz, they have slots and bingo there. If we could turn around and even, tie into that somehow and then, open up the CSC lobby, send some funds over to your Bingo Blitz using CSC, which then converts the CSC to USD or CAD or whatever to purchase your coins or credits or whatnot. And you'd even have like kickbacks in that regard. Like that's exactly it. The sky's the limit. The potential, limitless possibility is what can be done with it is insurmountable. Like like the things we could get to building, it's insane. Like some days I wish I didn't have a 9 to 5 so I could sit here and just program and develop some apps myself. Because like I do have a couple ideas that have been on the back burner. I actually mentioned one to Flying Fox the other day. Just leave it at that, and hopefully it could prove potentially to be an expansion of the tip bot. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not making any promises. I don't know if it's even able to be done. There might be legal or regulatory issues that get in the way of it. I don't know. So I'm just leave it like that and just leave a air of mystery. Anyways, yeah. So yeah. So anyways, that's basically it there. Like, do you guys have any more questions, or if anybody else wants to join in, feel free to do so. The invite there is in the chat. I'll just re-add it here for you if you want. I know we're kind of already been up and going for a bit here, but yeah, if you feel for, or if you, that's all, folks. Yeah, if you feel like you want to join into the call here, by all means. And yeah, line's always open when I do the live streams from YouTube. It's done through Zoom, so you're always welcome to you know, hop the link, join the call, ask some questions, spark a discussion. Like, you know, that's part of what it's here for. So yeah, if you have questions, join the call, drop them in the chat. Feel free. There was another thing that oh yeah. So some of you folks were asking about, actually, if you're still in the chat here, we had, where'd he go now? All right, so actually, I'm just going to pull this up here. This will be via my profile. Actually, I might be able to do it here. At Codeward 1 Tangent Designs. There we go. Yeah. All right, perfect. So, oh, how did I miss that comment? I will, oh, okay, okay, never mind. So yeah, Happy Woody here. If you're in the chat, sir, you asked us, let's see the designs, make a poll. I will do this, but I will actually give you guys a sneak peek on that first. These are the kind of the designs that I was looking at doing here. So there's a couple. And so you guys, I do believe, already saw, yeah, here we go. So this was the original design that I ended up doing. Oh, and so, yeah. And then there's also a couple others here. So I'm just going to actually do this a little bit of a different way. Let's see. You know, we'll just open them up this way. So share, and then, yeah, we'll just share it on my screen one here to make it easier this way. So there we go. So there's the one design. So as you can see, it just kind of, there, it'll end up being like that. So again, they're just kind of a rough draft here. But so this was one of the designs that I came up with. And then, as I mentioned, you guys had already seen this one here, which was the original design that I posted. And then there's also this one here. So these are the three that I already have done. There is one more that I'm working on, which is what I was hoping to do and get done before posting on Twitter. So you guys are kind of getting a little bit of a sneak peek on these. So anyways, so yeah, those are the designs there. Let me know what you think. But yeah, again, I'll be posting them up on Twitter once I get the fourth one done, and we'll do a little bit of a poll to see which ones you guys like best. Personally, like I like the original that I had posted there via the tweet. I don't know where it went. Anyways, so yeah, you guys kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek there. And yeah, at the moment we've been Yeah, likewise, Crypto OG. Like well, as I showed, like I've already got some of the normal some Tangent cards, but yeah, if we end up getting a CSE line rolled out, oh buddy, especially if we can get a collection of them, like different designs and stuff, like that would be phenomenal. And I turn around and say we had like 4 or 5 designs for the CSE ones. Order up the 5-pack and you get like 5 different designs. Dude, I don't know. Maybe I should reach out to Wheats and offer up a couple different designs for just the standard Zone ones. I know what you call it. I was actually thinking about doing up a solo version of it as well for Sologenic, or maybe a couple different Sologenic designs as well. Maybe reach out to them and see if they'd be interested in it. Like, just be like, hey, I did this design. If you want to get in touch with Tangent and work with Wheatsay for getting a solo version running, that that would be cool too. Or even just running with the 3 that I had there, so that if you end up getting the 5-pack, you have like say 3 CSC versions. You got the Zum version and a Sologenic version or something, or we get different card or different tokens on the ledger. Then you can have like the CSC, the Sologenic, the Zum, the X token, the Y token, and options. Like it's just kind of yeah. So that's actually pretty cool. That I never thought about that, Crypto OG. I might actually consider that because I've debated doing paper wallets for people in the past, and then realized that it's too easy to lose a piece of paper, and then people don't take care of their wallets or whatnot, and they lose a piece of paper. And next thing you know, say you hook them up with 100K CSE, and they lose that piece of paper. CSE runs to even if it's a cent, that 100K. There's $1,000 gone, like just So yeah, I think Tangent with that is a pretty good idea, and I might be stealing it for Christmas. Although I'll have to teach my family how to use the cards first. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think the original card is best. It also stays in line with like the original. It kind of like it has that same crisp, clean look to it. I don't know. I like it. Um, I also like the playing card in the modern look. The modern one, I call that the JC custom. He's done a lot of different variations using that image, so I kind of use that. Yeah, so to go through, answer Bakir's question here, just a quick summary of what's been talked about. We went over the blog just discussing that there has been discussions of the actually 2 exchanges waiting imminent listing. So we are aware that there's supposed to be a top 15. There's also, I guess now, another exchange that's imminent for listing. There's also mentioned that there are 2 casinos that are ready out the gate for the launch of Xrp. Per the blog, there was a discussion that come Tuesday. So yeah, here. So come this Tuesday, in like 2 days, they'll be revealing the Xrp back office, which is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the operator portal side of things for casino coin operators to tap into, which will provide, I'm assuming, like API keys and things like that, bonus structures that they can configure and all different things like that. We have to wait for details. I'm literally just like, I don't know. I'm guessing here. But yeah, so this will be this Tuesday. We get reveal of the Xrp back office. Next Tuesday is the announcement of the front end version that us users will be able to use, the CSE lobby. So that's being announced next Tuesday on the 13th. And then there's other stuff all lined up. They were talking about as well partnerships with top personalities in the gaming industry. So there's a possibility they might have, well, not possibility, it sounds like they have potential celebrities or well-known names in the gaming space that will be able to start promoting Casino Coin as well, which is something to look forward to as well. So that's like awesome. And then so we went over that. There was also talks of the Casino Coin info and the stats and information that's provided there. There's also like discussions around the tip bot that our community member Flying Fox did. He's a tremendous help to the community. And hey, no problem. Like I used to be all in on XRP myself, and then back a couple of years ago, I started stacking CSC. And actually, more recently, as of last week, there Saturday, I announced in my previous stream that as of the moment, I'm all in on CSC. Like I've just a personal thing. It's not financial advice. I'm not advising anybody do so. I'm a degenerate. I am gambling with this, and I'm hoping for the best. We'll see. I do plan on re-topping up. Like I do plan on restacking my XRP moon bag. So I don't know whether it's I try to make a couple trades in the market and see if I can, turn around and stack it so that I have my XRP bag and I still have the same amount of CSC I have now and try to work it that way or whatever the case. We'll see. Either way, right now, I think I have maybe $100, if that, spread across a few different assets that it's too much work to try to consolidate tiny balances and move this here and that there and getting taken for withdrawal fees off exchanges. Like, yeah. So anyways, that being said, so there's a lot going on. I've also went over and just covered a quick differentiation from Flare Networks to Flare Finance, just because there was some confusion as to the where CSC sat via the Flare integration. We are on Flare Finance, but as it was mentioned, all it takes is a vote for governance to eventually have a shift over to Flare Networks and being an F asset. So that's something I hope to see in the future. We do have a number of people in the Flare community that are supportive of Casino Coin. So, if the votes go our way, it could very well happen. Like, I can't say it will, I can't say it won't, but it's a possibility. So I hope to see that happen. And shout out to Wrath Economin here for bringing that information to everyone. So if you don't follow Wrath Economin, do it. He's an XRP community member, and he's also part of the CSC community as well. Provides more content for XRP, but you know what? He's like glad to have him as part of the CSC community as well. And speaking of shout outs, we also gave a shout out here to Big CJat, or Chris Thompson here. He's a community member who's been pumping out the memes. So you might see some of his memes here up on Twitter, and he's got some good ones here. So let's see. Here, we'll just actually probably be easier to do it through his media links here. But yeah, if you're not giving this guy a follow, you should do so. He comes up with some pretty good content. And so like, there's like ones like this, or okay, that's so that looks, yeah. And then yeah, or I don't know, he comes with some pretty good meme content. So if you're not following him, give him a follow there. He deserves it. And yeah, so that was basically a quick overview of everything. We've also had a number of stuff talked about in the chats about the potential possibilities of uses, use cases, verticals to tackle, whether it's, bonus structures, whether someone mentioned that casinos might develop a CDC or a casino, basically their own casino coin, whether it's like MGM coin using like an XRPL sidechain that has recently been discussed where, you know, you have like say MGM coin and you have Caesar's coin, and then, you know, use CSC as a bridge between them. So like you're at the MGM and you make your way over to Caesar's Palace and you're like, oh, you know what, I want to switch my MGM over for Caesar's. Well, you bridge it with CSC or whatever the case, however that ends up working. So yeah. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm not really here for follows, just, you know, just providing content and, you know, educational information where possible. So as I also do how-tos, if you have suggestions for how-to videos, please drop them in the chat, hit me up on Twitter, Discord, or whatnot, and just let me know. Like, I'm more than willing to cover stuff, as I do have a few videos still lined up to do. But I'm, you know, if there's something that I can tackle that would like help educate people, please feel free to let me know. I'd love to be able to be of more help. So yeah, thank you for joining, and yeah, have a great Sunday, bud. And yeah, if there's anybody else still has questions in the chat or has something they want to discuss, if you want to join the call, feel free. Otherwise, we got, well, about pushing just after 20 to 4 here my time. I'm gonna have to start cooking up dinner soon for the little ones and whatnot. But yeah, if you guys have suggestions, feel free to drop them. If you got questions, ask away. And yeah, definitely would here to help, here to answer questions or educate if possible. Let me know. No problem, Brandon. As I said, more than happy to help. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to answer your question. My apologies. So the Tangent card, this is basically like a cold storage solution for XUM. So if you think about this kind of like a ledger, Nano, it achieves the same result. It's a cold storage option. So it basically allows it so that you can sign transactions and so forth, and keep cold storage. So like when you configure your account using a XUM card or the Tangent card on your XUM, this will make it so that this card is required in order for you to sign a transaction. So the like you turn around, bring up your phone, and it's like, okay, sign transaction. Using the NFC, you bring it up and you sign the transaction with your yeah, with your using the card. So it's another form of cold wallet solution. Basically, this card contains a public-private key pair. It's actually not activated until you configure it. So like right now, this card is just a card. Like, as you can see, like it doesn't trigger my NFC on my phone. It's because it's not set up yet. So that's, yeah, really what it comes down to. And yeah, as Crypto OG says, hold your keys. No code failures, no firmware updates. That's exactly it. Everything is stored here. This is basically like a paper wallet on a card with NFC capabilities. So you can, yeah, exactly. So it is a good way to get new people on board. So like I could turn around and for my family and whatnot, I can configure this card, set it up with an account, pre-fund it, set it up with some XRP and some CSC or Sologenic, whatever the case. I can get this card set up, configured, trust lines added, and then I can hand this to my mom and be like, hey mom, hold on to this. It's going to be worth money in someday, you know, or more money, whatever, you know. But yeah, it's a cold storage solution, and that's the thing. And then you can also configure it so that you can multi-key it so that you have two cards configured. So you have your primary and then you have a backup. And that's actually how you can do so. So like, let's see if I can get this pulled up here. Okay, so I don't have the emulator running. Oh, shoot. So we'll see if we can get this up and going here. Just one moment. I'll go and pull that up. But yeah. So yeah, it's definitely an option. It's a great option, and it's honestly, depending on how things go, like I haven't actually set mine up and configured it yet. I plan on doing so, and that's where I'm doing with the video, because I do have a Zum account that I lost the keys for. So I have it active on my Zum wallet, but the account I don't have the keys for. I have no way to recover it if I lose my phone or my phone gets like, you know, so I'd be SOL in that regard. And so there is an option via the X apps. There's a tangent backup option where you can go and configure a Zum card to back up your account and rekey the account, which is what I plan to do. So I'll be probably doing a couple videos, one to show how to create an account using Zum or the tangent card, and another video showing how to back up or rekey an account. So that'll be something to look forward to there. And yeah, it's just like Ledger Nano. So instead of like, you know, I only have a Nano S. So rather than connecting the Nano to my phone or my computer and then keying in my PIN and all that jazz, I can literally just set up the tangent card, request the transaction, sign it, boom goes the dynamite, you know, and it just signs it using NFC. There's no, you know, so it makes it very user friendly and offers that air gap solution for cold storage. And apologies for that. I was getting the emulator up and running here. So let's see here. All right. So all right. So let's see here. New share. We'll say emulator. There we go. I'm just going to shrink this down a little bit. There we go. So there we go, Zum. Yeah. So as you can see here, I'm running an emulator. This is just through Android Studio, and I've just created a demo account to pull up. And so we can see here, we can basically pull up some. I know there's some people that are like, well, I don't like stuff on my mobile phone. You can do it through the computer, but I'm letting you know, this is not secure. This account here is not secure. If anybody were to hack my computer and get access to the Android Studio files, they would have access to the key files, which therefore would leave this open for exploit. So yeah, as I was saying, like in regards to that, like there are Xrps, and some people have asked what Xrps are, and yeah, they're just basically Zum apps, or they're like D apps for the Ethereum chain, but for Zum. So yeah, you have different ones available, like the account merge. So say if you have two Zum accounts or XRP accounts and you want to merge them and just get rid of one that's unnecessary, you can recover some of that XRP reserve, like the 20 XRP reserve. Using the account merge, you can recover 15 out of 20 of that, which the reason it's 15 is 5 gets burned by the XRPL as a anti-spam feature. So that's actually a feature of the XRPL, so that people aren't just creating accounts and like ridiculous amounts of accounts and then just deleting them. So this is a way to keep them from kind of spamming the ledger with useless info. And yeah, so as Crypto OG said, yeah, the tangent card here is, yeah, it does also kind of force an investment of the 20 XRP as a long-term hold. So yeah, but using the account merge, you could kind of skirt that, but oh, excuse me. Sorry. And so, yeah, there's all different things here. So yeah, with the, say the tangent backup, if I wanted to go through and rekey this account, I can do so using the backup tool here. As well, if you wanted to go through and find the account worth, you can do so. So like my 23 XRP and my 32K CSC in this account here. Yeah, this is my tip bot account. So yeah, it's like, you know, you find out the worth here. It's like $185. Cool. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, so yeah. And yeah, and as exactly as Crypto G said there, the reserve can and may be reduced in future. There has been a proposal put in place. David Schwartz or Joel Katz on Twitter there, he actually opted for this first in reducing the reserve requirements from 20 XRP and 5 for a trust line to 10 XRP reserve and 2 for the trust line. So if that ends up passing through the governance vote and it stays approved by 80% or more of the validators for more than 2 weeks, it does push that through, and we may end up seeing that reserve be lowered. So then if you end up deleting a XRP account after that has been pushed through, it'll only be 2 XRP to delete an account instead of 5. So yeah. So security feature of the XP auto. Yeah, auto hodl. Yeah, that's it. And even if that changed, David said 5, I think. Did he? Oh, okay. I thought it would have still, because I thought we got a reply from XRPL Labs. It might still stay 5 for the delete function, but I thought it fell under the obligation trust line costs. So I'll have to do a bit more research on that. I'll double check and find out. But definitely, even still, like, the reserve requirement lowering is even still pretty boss. But yes, via the trust line, you do get 100% of that back. So just what I was meaning by that is, like, yeah. Sorry, I lost my word. Basically, if it does get lowered and it's still the 5 XRP, even after the reserve requirement lowering, that might be, even still. I'm not against having the 5 XRP delete cost because it keeps the network secure and avoids spamming of the ledger. You know what I mean? So, that's basically what it comes down to, is like, if it secures the ledger and keeps it more sound, I'm okay with that. So yeah, but yeah, if you're removing a trust line, you do get 100% of that reserve for the trust line back, or the up. And that's the same as if you're making a trade on the DEX. If you have an open trade, like a limit trade set, and it's not filled during the time that that trade is open, that is another obligation, which will tie up 5 XRP. But as soon as that trade executes or is canceled, you get that 5 XRP back again. Same thing. So, okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. It did go down to 10 and 2. So, or well, will, if that governance vote passes. So we'll hopefully see, or we'll keep an eye on that proposal. And yeah, it just comes down to, I think, 80% of the validators voting okay on that, and it's sustaining that vote for 2 weeks or more. So yeah, I know it's been proposed for a bit there, but I know some people in the Xrp community, some validators, they take a while to follow suit, even just with updates. Getting, like, I know there was at one point they were updating to the 1.7.2 update, and there were still some validators running version 1.6 or something like that. So sometimes it's people just don't keep up with their validators sometimes, and that can sometimes be a hindrance as well. So just something to keep in mind. But I think eventually we will see that proposal get passed, because the more people that are like, yeah, if it's being used on a more grand scale, then why not, right? Let it happen. So anyways, it's definitely something to keep in mind there anyway. And I look forward to the reserve requirement being lowered, because that'll be beneficial to even some people who were doing the swap there that saw or that ended up creating multiple accounts because they didn't realize that setting up the account first would result in having multiple accounts. So something. No, I agreed. I agree. Well, not voting for the 0 reserve. I just meant for the 10 and 2. I hope to see that go through. But yeah, I wouldn't vote for a 0 reserve, because yeah, that just introduces security aspects that we don't want to see, right? So it's, yeah. Anyways, yeah. We want to keep the ledger secure. We want to keep it going and sound. So definitely. I don't think so, CryptoG. I think if anything, if say the XRP reserve, or sorry, the price of XRP goes too high, and like I'm not saying it ever would. I'm not price speculating here or price predicting or anything, but theoretically, just saying, if XRP were to go to like $1,000, you know what I mean? The reserve requirement would be lowered to a fraction of an XRP to account for that. I think that's also been discussed by David Schwartz as well, is that the reserve can be lowered even to a decimal value so that the retail users like ourselves will still be able to use it. I don't think their aim is to block out retail users. This is all about inclusivity and a level playing field. Like if like you turn around, you have users say over in Africa or whatnot that don't have banking institutions or have that available, but they have access to a cell phone. You don't want to cut them off from the financial system. It's all about inclusion. And I think if it comes to a point where the price of XRP gets to that point where they need to, I think it will go fractional, where it's just, you know, a small amount to cover. And that's exactly it. Yeah. Like if you have people in remote areas that don't have access to banking institutions, the whole thing behind Ripple's plan is to go and basically, pardon that, the whole plan is to basically turn the world into a level playing field, inclusivity and access to banking for all, and being your own bank. If you can't afford an XRP account, how can you be your own bank? And that's what they're pushing, right? So it only makes sense that if the price of XRP goes up enough that it requires a fractional reserve, they'll go that route. I do believe that. Yeah. So yes, skills. I do too. That CSC XRP logo GIF, top notch. Like Zerpinator got it up on Tenor, and that's as well. The other thing, I'm not sure if you saw earlier, I've also got some GIFs that I've created a Tenor account, and I'm going through and getting these put up as well. So like we have some of these available. I also got a hidden one for JC here, or Higher Manus. So he's got his own GIF now, but we've got a couple that I've uploaded here. And as I was mentioning, if you guys got more GIFs, upload them to Tenor. If you don't want to upload them, send them my way and I'll upload them. Mind you, I will vet them to make sure they're not crude or whatnot. And yeah, definitely, if you got more GIFs, more content, feel free. Like I'm recently getting into video editing and making GIFs and things like that. You might have seen Quad Jack share this one yesterday on the and so like I've GIFified it. I did the editing for this one. So yeah, like if you guys have content and you want to get it, like I'll upload it through my Tenor here. And so you guys can actually already see, like if we were to go through and we say hit GIF here, we've got a few already. Casino coin. There we go. So yeah, we're already starting to load up the GIFs and kind of bump some of this junk stuff out of here that, you know. So I'm sorry, Brendan, I don't understand. Okay. Oh, so you're looking for like access to the files, like to edit them, or just trying to clarify here? As yeah, like all the files here are all on my local machine for the high res. I don't have those kind of available yet. I could probably load up a Google Docs and set. Okay. All right. Yeah. So what I can do is I can, sorry. What I'll do is I do have another Gmail account. What I'll do is probably set up a, GDocs or a Google Drive and set it up and make it the links public for people to access. Because yeah, via Tenor, like these are all open for you guys to use and access. These two haven't been approved yet, probably because they're, I'm assuming they're running into copyright issues. Okay. Okay, understood. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, send a message on Telegram. It ends up coming through Discord. Honestly, I would actually more suggest like in joining Discord over Telegram for multiple reasons. Is like one, Discord, it's easier to like send files back and forth, communicate. There's the friends request. There's also a whole bunch of other channels available. Like we have trading channel available, other coins. We have a random channel. If you just want to chew the fat about something that's not CSE, we have a random channel. Otherwise, you'll find that in Wormhole, people do get, even myself, I police it a bit in regards to keeping Wormhole for CSE discussions. So if you want to talk about things that aren't CSE, we have other channels in Discord just for that. We also have another coins channel. So if you want to talk about Hex or XRP or, BSC or whatever, like, we have other channels for those. So I would, oh, thank you very much, Skittles. I appreciate the sub. Like, as I said, I'm not here for subs, but I do appreciate them. It does help get the channel out there for more people to see and have it as a source of education as well. Because I do have on like the main videos part, I do also try to do how-to videos for different things to do with XUM, CSC, and the XRP ledger as well. So including like I have a video tutorial on like just a basic how to use the DEX even using XRP XRP toolkit. Yeah, here, Brendan, let me give you the yeah, there you go. So I just linked it in chat, the link for the Discord there. So yeah, if you, I would probably suggest Discord over Telegram, not just for all the like benefits that come with Discord, but also, well, Telegram also has its like own little nickname of Scamagram, which is quite fitting because a lot of scammers end up going in through Telegram channels and basically doing things that way. We do still deal with scam bots and stuff coming into Discord, but we also have a channel for that called Scam and Spam. So if you end up getting one of those come in, drop a screenshot with and tag their name, and our moderators, and including myself, we actually have a little game trying to get to it as quick as we can before anybody else. So if you drop it in Scam and Spam, usually we have a moderator live that will block and ban the users as quick as possible. So yeah, because we do have these like fake giveaway bots that do come in despite the verification that we try to put in. It does happen. They make their way through. So, but yeah, we have a Scam and Spam channel dedicated just for taking care of those scam bots and even scammers. If like there's been a few users who thought it'd be a genius idea to come into the chat posing as support, that does not last. If you end up having anybody DM you directly in Discord claiming their support, our staff will not DM you directly. You will have to DM the staff. So if you ever have anybody DMing you, if anything, just pop up and be like, hey, is this legit? 90% of chance it's not, and they will be banned. So we do try to cover all aspects of that as well. So yeah, definitely. I'll look forward to seeing you in Discord there, Brandon. But yeah, as per that, are there any other questions? Anything else I can assist with here? Feel free to let me know. Join the call, drop your question in chat, and yeah, let me know. And yeah, and as I mentioned, I will do my best over the next little bit to try to set up a Google Drive, which like for my video editing, I actually use HitFilm or HitFilm Express. It's a free to use video editor. So if you guys want, I can even look at putting up my HitFilm files, which include the video tracing, which is how I get the CSC images to kind of follow their faces and things like that. So if that's something you want, let me know. Yeah. Or if you want, or if you have a specific video that you're like, hey, can you do such and such? I might be inclined to do so, you know? So it all depends on having the time available and the means to do so. Because admittedly, I probably put a lot more time into than I should. And well, girlfriend kind of gets mad at me for it. So I'm trying to kind of find the work-life social balance, you know what I mean? So there's that too. But anyways, that's about it, folks. That's basically everything I had to cover for the moment. But again, if you, I'll look to wrap up the chat here in the next few, or the stream here in the next few minutes. But if you have questions, drop them in the chat now, and I'll answer them. But otherwise, yeah, I'll be probably wrapping this up in the next few minutes here. So I do want to thank everybody for coming out and joining the stream, and you know, hopefully you learned something. And as well, I'm working through to open up the GIFs that we have available on Twitter and Discord for CSC GIFs as well. And as Pappy Woody was mentioning here, I will be doing as he requested and putting up a poll once I have a couple more designs to kind of put up. So yeah, definitely let me know. And yeah, no problem, Brendan. And yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'll be doing the poll. I'll be putting those other tangent designs up. You guys all kind of got to catch a sneak peek of that. So yeah, anyways, thank you all for coming out. I'm not seeing any other questions coming in, so I'll give it a couple more minutes before I shut down. I'll probably give it till about 4:15 my time here down there. Yeah, not sure what time you all are located at, so obviously 4:15 might not be the same as Aussie's. So anyways, again, thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for the questions and providing the feedback. I appreciate the shout outs from you guys, and also shout out to everybody in the community, all the hard work you're doing, the videos, the memes, the content, the helping everybody. Like, you guys are the superstars, man. Like, I help as much as I can, but like you guys are doing awesome yourselves. Like, we have now, like, even Crypto Catcher, shout out to him. He's got crypto merch with hats and mugs and stuff like that, doing laminates and so forth. I think he's even getting into doing drink coasters. We also have, you know, as we had T Boone join the stream earlier, he's the one doing the titanium anodized rings and pendants and keychains and things. So like, you know, it's like, shout out all around. Like, I love this community. The community is amazing, and it's you guys that make the community awesome. Like, everybody working together, everybody helping each other, building towards something better. getting the word out there, pulling in, like contacting, operators, contacting exchanges. I know we give Uphold a hard time sometimes. It's in good fun, but like, shout out to everybody in the community. Y'all are awesome, and keep doing, like, keep building, keep pushing. Like, without the community and the voice, we're not going to be seen or heard. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Well, guess what? We're getting big, we're growing, we're getting louder. People are starting to take notice. So on that, you know what? Keep doing, man. Y'all are awesome. But no problem, Crypto OG. Like, I appreciate you guys, and I'm glad, you found my info and stuff valuable and helpful. That's my goal. So anyways, yeah, I'm about call it here. You guys are awesome. Keep being the wicked community you are. And CSE Nation, man, we're building, we're getting out there. So thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching the stream. And yeah, you guys are great. CSE Nation all the way. Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you all hopefully next week. And yeah, and stay tuned for more how-to videos. And if you feel like I'm providing good content, subscribe and enjoy. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. All right. Y'all have a great Sunday. Spend some time with your family, eh? It's not all about the social. All right. Good night, y'all.